And we live, bitches.
We
All
live.
right, now these fuckers have finally stopped fighting amongst themselves. We're ready to go. We have the first episode one of the Debate Wars new series here. Finally stop fighting amongst them. Who is listening to my
Yo, why
stream?
are you listening to this shit?
First episode
Yeah, that
one.
was me. My bad. My bad.
And
That's
this
your newborn
nigga,
fan.
Read the shit, bro.
we are ready to go finally.
Like you're in the stream,
We
bro.
have the Yonkos versus the world government in a naval and land battle on the archipelago.
Brandon, mute the shit, bro.
Yeah,
And
I
on
did.
top of that, we have so what do we have for the world government side?
We have the whole world government, my guy.
Wait, he's talking about who's arguing.
No,
He's
I'm
talking about who's
talking about
arguing.
which one of you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I believe for the world government side, I believe there is Dan,
Yeah.
Rufy.
yeah.
Who else we got?
Waldo.
EOS and
Waldo.
Waldo.
Yeah, the squad.
On the opposite side with the Yonkos, there's Brandon, CGK, Wilburn,
What's up?
and Spidey J.
The spectacular Spidey J. That's
See
right.
how he did in alphabet order.
Real.
There we go. And Brandon's already seems to be starting. So he's already talking shit, saying, "Oh, Jay Hunt wants a link. Fine, fuck it, yeah. It's super cool. To get in here, Jay. You can definitely get in here."
Oh, Jay Huddy, come through, bro. We should have invited Milo too.
Yeah, Jay, man, you already know. Be on the right side of history, man.
Come
Yo,
through.
super cool wants a link. Doesn't
Super cool already got sent the link and he's not here, and I'm not
We're
waiting.
not here, bro. We're not waiting.
Oh man.
I'm kind of hoping Jay Hudson gets it first because I think he's gonna be on our side. So
Wow, Eric
Jay
Cologne
Hudson,
said
though, yeah.
Eric said sure they can have Lucy, but
Jay Hudson's on our
already a
side, bro.
complete bloodbath. Oh wow.
Wait, what did Eric say?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Jay Hudson wouldn't say no creditless shit like
Jay
that.
Hudson's already talked to him.
So all right. I say you guys get right into it before either of them gets here. How would you like to start off? Who would like to start off?
I mean,
Let's let Dan go first.
No, let
Dan,
him go.
yeah, let's let Dan go first.
Yonko side can go
Yeah,
first.
Dan go first.
Yonko side could go
You wanna
Nah,
do
the
what
world government can go first.
I'll
The world
go
government.
All right.
Virgo, you pick.
You know what? Hey, I'm set. Which side do y'all want to hear first? Yonkos or world government? Let me know.
Oh no.
Vote
Nah,
one for
nah, nah,
Yonko, put
let
two
people
for
speak.
government.
The people know what's up.
Yonkos or world government,
Yeah,
bro.
look at that dude. He said
People know
Yonko.
what.
Oh, and
Nah,
also
but-
super cool. Now that you just got here, what side are you on?
I'm Big Yonko side.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Yeah, big super. Oh yeah, super. You already know.
being a contrarian today.
Look at him.
Yes, prove it. All four Yonkos versus
What else?
world government.
What you doing, man?
Like what?
Man, why Waldo trolling?
Plus allies and affiliates.
Man,
It's
who's
allies
trolling?
and affiliates as well.
You,
Yo, Brandon, don't troll me, bro.
Yeah, you have to actually like.
You said
be
you
an
wanted to
ally,
see-
So what's the chat saying, Virgo? Who's going first?
They haven't decided yet. Y'all niggas gonna type something?
Yo, that dude
decide
typed
for
something
yourself.
already, bro. He said
One-
Yonko.
One Yonko, one world government.
That was Waldo.
Stupid ass though.
Oh my god.
someone.
Who's left?
Okay, also, if anybody in the stream, stop typing. I'm not gonna listen to any of you.
Virgo.
One for
Virgo,
you.
since you're the ref, Virgo, choose a number 1 through 10.
Five.
Let CGK go first.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's first.
Yeah, let him.
I'll let TGK go first. I don't know.
Oh, Dan's doing that because he knows I'm playing in fighters, and then now with the, multitask. It's fine.
You're not supposed to say on
Oh, ha.
All right, hey, listen. They're not saying anything. I got one other outside party that said Yonko. Yonko's going first. Let's go, Yonkos.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Ding, ding, nigga.
I'm gonna fuck you up while you're going, Chris.
No, I know you're
Oh
okay.
no. CGK and Dan on different side?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. CGK.
Dan told me he's trolling for
It's
the
a
day.
crazy day, bro.
Dan said he's trolling for the day. He said he doesn't believe in Shanks today.
All right, so let the Yonko side go for
Yonko's
5 minutes.
going
Let
first.
the world
Yonko's
government side
already-
mute ourselves. How
Y'all
about
ready,
that?
Yonko? Let's go.
And he's
Okay,
gonna
who
go
all
'cause
on our
he's
side?
Daniel.
It's
Well,
me.
Super cool.
It's you.
It's you, Spidey, Slowburn, Brandon, and CGK.
What's up?
All right.
I got you.
I'm
Super.
gonna
Well,
make a point.
All right, so we
Are y'all
introducing our
gonna
forces.
talk or you?
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
wait,
we
like,
Yonko, do y'all want to? Are y'all?
I'm not like you see how bad this look? They're not even like coordinated or nothing.
I'll make everything formal. So our side is the Yonko side. Now, the world government knows, but like obviously, the world government can take down one Yonko. They can take down any singular Yonko. But the fact that in this debate, it's all four of them with all their allies and affiliates working together, it's going to be too much for the world government to handle. The fire, we have way more firepower than your side does. We have way more resources. I'll get into that a little bit later. We have yeah, we have more firepower. I started by saying we have more firepower. How are you going to answer our sheer power? How are you going to reply to that?
That's a lie.
That's
No.
that is a lie because if we're talking about firepower, we literally have more numbers by a lot. Like we got 100
By the
nations.
millions.
The
The
numbers
Yeah,
don't
more
equate to
fire.
power.
Marine Fort itself had 100,000 Navy soldiers.
One of our Yonko could knock out all 100,000.
Yeah, you have more people. You have more
We
people.
got
That doesn't
170
mean you have more.
nations, and one of those nations
It's like
have
firepower.
millions of soldiers, bro.
We have three other
It's
Yonkos
too.
as
It's
well.
too many for you
Yeah,
to.
you have more nations. You have more
And
numbers.
we have
But
more
like,
firepower. We have more.
Yeah, we have more firepower. So
We have more
that's
ships.
where we're wrong already.
We have
And
a
then we
lot
have
more
what
than
what
you.
one commander that's confirmed that we know could also use Congress hockey. So the fighters
That's
not a problem at all.
We're
We got
going
But
in.
Garp,
We're
what the
going
hell
like
are
you
you
guys
talking
are taking
about?
the
Side that use
by,
Conqueror's hockey.
by
Yeah, we
firepower. I
have-
mean like fight like big. We have the 4 Yonko. We have Aokiji, and we have 4 Supernova at our disposal. Not that's not even including the commanders.
Yeah,
So
Do we still get like Doflamingo and shit too?
No,
Like
they don't.
Doflamingo was on the cast?
We have it.
Yeah,
No,
we got
if-
Ben-
If you're
Ben-
talking about in
Ben-
terms of
top.
who's at your top, we got more people at the top tiers.
We have a freaking ancient
We have
weapon.
four
Stop.
of the top
No,
6
you don't
people
have
in the
an
verse.
And we have 4 of the
don't
top.
have
We
ancient
got
weapon
we
at
got
all.
the we got the admirals. We got the OG people
We have
like
an admiral,
Garp,
too.
Son Goku, and Tsuru, and we got
Kong.
the warlords
We got Kong as well.
and Kong
And
The
all
nigga that
and
push papers.
and CP0.
Don't forget the
nigga that be pushing
Gorosei.
Yeah,
Don't forget the
Oh, I forgot
Gorosei.
about
The nigga
Oh,
that signs
yeah,
off on
okay.
so
vacations.
let me say this. You guys need to put out exactly who you guys have on your
Oh,
side.
no, we
Who do you
don't.
think you're gonna
I,
argue with?
I just made it clear for you. We have the Yonko. We have Aokiji. We have 4 Supernovas, which is Capone, Hawkins, Drake, and Apu. And we have the
Capone's not on
Yonko.
your
Whoever's got music in the background.
And we
We
have-
talked about this. Capone is not on your side. You guys
And we
can
have
do it.
Wano.
Current
What the hell?
factor.
Damn,
You said
just let him have it. Just let him have
What?
Capone.
No.
Let him have
You guys
Capone is
said
not on your
Capone
side. We're talking about
was-
942.
Let him have Capone.
No, EOS. We're not giving.
Fine, let's say we don't have Capone.
No, you
We
don't.
have
All right,
the
they don't have
Yonko.
Capone.
Okay,
We still
so
have a pool.
But
We still have
other-
hockey.
You don't
I am
have
not going to-
Capone. You don't have.
regardless, bro. Wait, hold on, bro.
Hold on,
Regardless,
hold on. So the
Go ahead.
Yonkos basically had a good amount to like speak freely. I want to hear a little bit from the world government side, since they didn't really have an intro.
Let me just list off every
Alright,
single
alright.
person that's
Beat you down.
affiliated with the world
Okay.
government that we actually have on our side. Now,
Mm.
bear with me. This might take a few moments, but
Because we're stacked.
that's
like,
how many
here's-
people we got.
All
bro.
right,
No,
let's go.
so we have the four admirals, including the fleet: Garp and Sengoku,
Mhm.
Kong, Tsuru, Momosagi, and Shitan, who were admiral candidates. All the vice admirals, the headquarter vice admirals, all the giant squads, the giant vice admirals, rear admirals, Kobe, Helmeppo, Bogart, Vegapunk himself, plus whatever weapons he has at his disposal. Sentomaru, the new pacifistas plus old pacifistas, 100,000 elite soldiers, hundreds upon hundreds of battle warships, and mind that 7 of them are able to destroy an island themselves. CP 1 through 9, CP0 fought Blackbeard and his entire crew themselves, the Gorosei themselves, the world government agents that we've seen like on Eni's lobby and around the world.
You can chime in, by the way.
No,
Now on top of that, there's
Stop.
100. On top of that, there's 170 allied countries that are affiliated with
Are
the world
these niggas
government.
fight?
No, we
Are
agreed
those
that we
niggas
were gonna
fighting?
bring
Are the
170
170 allied countries
The
fighting for the world?
170 allied countries' armies
we
are
agreed that
fighting
we weren't
for
gonna
us.
bring that.
Yes,
All right.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
it's
agreed
the
upon
entirety
that.
of the world government. What?
that is the entirety of the world government. That's what we agreed upon.
That's fine. That's
Yes,
fine. That's fine.
we talked
Now,
about
mind
this.
you, Alabasta.
Yeah, y'all can go back on your word.
Now, mind you, Alabasta alone
Well,
has
first,
1 million
sorry.
soldiers itself. So just to be fair, we all Team World Government side agreed that 100,000 soldiers for each country would be a bare minimum just to be nice. So that adding all that up, that's 2,700,000 soldiers just on the affiliated. That's this.
When did
That's just
Rufus
the.
decide all these rules for you? I
That's
know gone.
He's listing. He's listing off. He's listing off what's on the world's government
I'm
site.
listing off. Let me.
Yeah,
let
we didn't
me
interrupt
finish.
you guys.
Like,
To be
Yeah.
honest.
Let's
We didn't
go.
interrupt you guys.
So
We talked for 30 seconds. And y'all talked 5 minutes.
Actually, the
Give
reason.
you guys the floor. You guys have
Okay,
it.
so can I
Just
finish?
let him finish. Let him finish.
All right, so
But y'all
as
did
I
interrupt,
said,
don't lie.
that's 2,700,000 soldiers alone, just on the country's soldiers alone. On top of that, we have Mihawk, Boa plus her crew, plus Amazon Lily, all of the fighters on Amazon Lily, Kuma, Law, Dofi, his entire crew, and his 2,000 members, Buggy, his entire crew. That's including Hydrogen and all his giant friends. Weevil, who's strong as young Whitebeard. Magellan, Hannibal, Sadie, Domino, Seldith, all the Zone Guards, all the Magic Beasts and Impel Down, the Blue Gories, and etc. That's who is you're fighting against on the world government.
Are you done? So, like, okay, first off, that number you gave is completely arbitrary. Not only do we not know, like, if all, like, you have to, what you're saying,
That's
you're
not arbitrary.
It is arbitrary. It is arbitrary.
Hold on, like,
Come on, we gotta calm down.
Can y'all let my teammate talk? Can y'all let my teammate talk?
First off, there's nothing to say that every country in the world government is the same size. Second off, there are countries that don't even have armies. Like, so your number is completely and utterly arbitrary. Yeah, you.
I got a second point.
Don't have armies.
Okay, please, can
I got
I let Luffy talk for like 5 hours, bro. When I gave a general like rundown of our forces, but like so. I'll give you the. I'll admit you have numbers, but those numbers don't matter because we have quality over your quantity.
That is debatable.
I got a second point to add. Hold on, I got one more point.
Let me reply.
Hold on. You gotta hold it down.
Can I add a point on my turn? Let me say that real quick. I was also gonna say the number that y'all really brought up. I'm just trying to ask, like, since y'all got all the people like the guards and shit from Impel Down and shit trying to fight the world government, who guard Impel Down while all that happen?
It don't matter.
It's not
It
about
doesn't matter.
Bro, Super, if you're gonna argue like that, if you're gonna argue like that,
I'm not arguing. I'm just curious. I'm not arguing.
Listen. We could say the same thing on the other side. Who's guarding the Yonkos territory? Like, who's guarding that shit?
Nobody.
Exactly.
I just asked them. It's not an argument. I just literally y'all getting real defensive right now. I'm just asking the question. I was like literally curious.
Here's the thing, Spidey, about that arbitrary number that you say I put out.
We've
lowball. Listen, the reason why I said 100,000 each for them is because that is a lowball. Alabasta alone has 1 million soldiers, so I can be petty and say most of my countries have 1 million soldiers as well. So that's over 100 fucking million people. But I lowballed it and said that they had 100,000 just to make it more
one country
fair.
has some doesn't mean they all have.
That's false.
ridiculous.
The country's not only vary in size but population, bro. Like
That's why I lowballed it and said 100,000.
As long as you agree that it's an arbitrary number.
Spidey, like what? Do you not understand that?
You tell us how much you guys. How much?
I'm not the one making statistics. You guys are. So agree that it's an arbitrary. I already gave you the benefit that you have more numbers, but you can admit what your number was arbitrary. That's all I'm asking.
Spidey, here's the thing about that, Spidey. I can find we can there's possibly that can be countries that are smaller and bigger or as the same size as Alabasta. So if there's 2 fucking islands the size of Alabasta, that's over 3 million soldiers alone.
That's assuming they have an army.
Can we just go on and like cut the bullshit though? Cause like we know in the grand scheme of things, no random ass niggas ain't gonna matter to like the fact that they fight. So let's just cut the bullshit. Let's just cut the bullshit and just go and move on. Cause they don't matter anyway. They don't matter. They get knocked out instantly. You think them niggas survive? You think them niggas, random regular people, regular soldiers from different armies can survive?
Last time I checked, one of those countries that I just mentioned was the Kano Kingdom, and the leader of that army was the fucking Don Sire.
Last time I checked, one of
million berry bounty.
Last time I checked, one of them countries was Fishman Island. Fishman Island was under the world government until they declared for Straw Hat Luffy, and they got knocked out by Straw Hat Luffy.
Last time I checked,
50,000 people.
Last time I checked, Fishman Island's at the Reverie right now.
They are at the Reverie. What are you talking about?
They declared
The first time in 200 years.
How does that change the point that I just said? That Luffy knocked them out before we can fuck. How does that change what I just said?
Mainly the reason why he's saying
Matt popping in.
How does that change what I just said?
Listen, the reason why Rufy's bringing this is he's just saying like your fodder is getting destroyed. That's what he's saying. Like it's not close.
You don't have fodder too.
Like
Your father
father on
getting
your
knocked out
side,
by
your
Conqueror's Haki.
father on
That's
your
what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Ain't
And
nobody
we
on
have
y'all
people's
side that got
conquerors
Conqueror's Haki that
too.
can knock.
Yes,
Who on
Yes,
your
we
side? You
got
got one person.
Sengoku.
One person.
We got
That is not
Sengoku.
confirmed. That's not
Yeah, it
confirmed.
is.
Sengoku is the only person that was
Goku's
confirmed. I
retired.
said
Son Goku's
Garp
in the
isn't
spectrum. He's not
confirmed.
fighting at the
Sengoku
World
has
Oh,
it.
Sengoku, Doflamingo, and Boa. Those are
Yeah, what are
confirmed.
you and Garp? What are you talking
Doflamingo and Boa.
about?
Sengoku, Doflamingo. So we got who all we got on our side? We got the 4 Yonko on our side. What we
We got the
Haki.
4
Gotta,
Yonko. We got
We got the 4
Kirby.
Yankees.
Kaido.
We got all the right hand man.
Have
We
we
got all
seen
the right
Kaido
hand
use
man.
it? Have
Yeah.
we seen Kaido use it? I don't know if it's
Have we
confirmed.
seen
I don't
Sengoku
even know if
use it?
it's
What are you doing?
confirmed
We
yet.
What are
know
you talking
Sengoku
about?
got
We
it.
know he has
So
it.
now
We
y'all
know
want
he
to
has
troll.
it.
So now,
No,
okay, so he ain't got
No,
it.
but you
So
were
he
just
ain't
saying
got
that
it.
about
So he
Garp,
ain't got it.
though.
That's
We
what
ain't
you
got it.
saying.
We ain't got it. Say no more.
That's what you
Garp ain't got
Virgo.
it. I mean, Kaido ain't
Fill
got
us
it. Say no
out.
more. We ain't got to do it.
Okay, I
And
guess
Say
Black
no
we
Beard
more.
don't got it.
And
If
Sengoku does it then
that's y'all
too.
want to ride.
Virgo, chill us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Let me address the
All
numbers.
right, y'all all right.
Can I do that,
Let
Virgo?
that get a little bit riled up.
Can I address that numbers point, Virgo? How they talked about the numbers?
Absolutely.
Okay, so yes, once again, like America's only a country because we beat an enemy that was much, much bigger than we were. Yes, you have numbers, but there are supplements to that. Jack, a subsidiary of Kaido's crew, just Jack and his goons, bruh, fought the Mink tribe, the entire country for 5 days. And we know the Minks are one of the strongest races in the series, and that is on their home turf. And that is a fraction of our army. Garp himself flat out says that fighting Whitebeard and Rayleigh at the same time would be a very bad idea. And Rayleigh is strong, but he does not equate to even one Yonko crew. So we're talking about 4 Yonko crews, and even in the data book, it said that 1 Yonko is equal to the Marine HQ.
Never
And
said
No, it
That's
said all
not
four.
what?
Said all
That's not
It
what
four.
it
says
said.
the Yonko.
Said
It
all
says
No,
four.
no,
Yonko. Yonko mean
no,
4
no, no.
emperors,
Yes,
bro.
it
It said
does.
the
no,
way
you're
it said
wrong.
the way
What?
Oda was implying it is he was
I can
implying
drop
one
the
of them.
panel if you'd like. I can drop the panel if you'd like.
Drop
Yo,
the panel in the
Well,
data
they're not
book.
gonna be
In
able
the
to see it.
panel, it
That's
says the
all.
Yonkos. Yeah, what are you talking? It's talking about
In
all
the
4
panel,
of them.
that would go completely against what the fucking manga said, because the manga said the warlords and the Marine Ford HQ were made to fight against the
Yeah,
4.
they ain't here right now.
Exactly. The Yonko is not as a collective, a single Yonko.
No,
Like
No,
as
it's
a
not a single
collective.
Yonko. Why
No,
do you keep
as
saying
a
that?
They
collective.
say 4,
We're literally saying
Yonko means
as a
4
collective.
She ain't
emperors.
here right now.
no, that's how
She
y'all.
at my grandma's house.
but they
But
didn't
either
even
way,
say Yonko.
if
It
you guys
was
want
it
to debate
said
some matches, you
You
guys
guys
want
know
to
how
debate the
like
actual
pirates.
argument.
works? You guys know how like grammar works? Like they say the Yonko, meaning if Whitebeard pulled up, we can take care
It
of him.
didn't say that. It said the 4 pirates. They're
Yes,
talking about
they
all of
all
them.
part of the Yonko. Like think about it like this: the Yonko fight themselves just as much as they fight the world government. They're not trying to oppose the world government.
No, they don't.
So
I always
We're not
debate
really
that
trying to
too.
think about it. We're just trying to read from the manga.
We're
And
just
the
saying
manga
they have to handle
says
these guys, bro. That's what it says.
that's exactly
How?
they handle them in their current states, right? Where they're just doing their own shit, fighting each
Yeah,
other.
they handle all 4.
Okay. Can I finish? They
Right.
do not handle all 4. They handle all 4 as separate entities. But we're talking about if they join together as one army, one fighting force. That is a totally different monster.
They
And we
shot their
all and
pants
we
when
would see.
Shanks and Whitebeard
Hold
met.
on.
Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Exactly.
Also, can I make this point to rebuttal this buddy's point?
But then when they seen that it was
Go ahead,
Shanks
Yohan.
who
All
wasn't
right.
going to form an
So
alliance.
here's my thing, right? We see Kizaru, right? And Akanu talking when Big Mom and Kaido are communicating, talking about they're gonna meet up, right? Kizaru says, "Do you want me to take care of it?" Right? Not saying that Then Akanu says whatever about Wano. He doesn't say anything about the 2 Yonkos. It's Wano in specific, meaning that there's been times throughout history where the Yonkos wanted to meet up and they stopped them from meeting up. That's not the first
Wait,
time.
but they didn't stop Whitebeard and
Not
Shanks from meeting up.
I'm beginning.
Yeah, I seen her call Whitebeard and Shanks meeting together. Like what
Yeah,
happened
and
there?
Oh,
also,
so we're just gonna talk right? No. US was literally talking. What are we doing?
They were
no,
they
you're
were
not gonna do
trying
that tonight.
actually
I
they were
mean, you
trying
guys
to
cut this
stop,
off a couple
they were
times.
trying to stop them from meeting up. Shanks just
It's all right.
he beat them
Talking,
all.
bro. Come on.
Exactly.
Solo,
Shanks.
Yeah, you
solo,
start
yeah.
cutting this off too. But
Those are
it's
fodder niggas.
Oh,
No, that was
no.
actually vice admirals and warships.
Who?
So
Who? When did they say that?
you see
Never
it,
have they
you
ever
literally see
said
it
that.
sunk.
No,
You see it.
you've never seen it.
Oh, so
All you've
now
seen
you're
was
cutting me
fodder.
off. First time I talk. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
care.
we're civil.
We don't care.
And
Totally.
back to what I was, yeah, and Waldo, thank you for bringing that point up because I want it to be known that Kizaru and Akainu were both scared then of the samurai in Wano. They were thinking that Kizaru was going to lose the samurai.
Exactly.
And
we had
they
Wano on
only
our
said
side.
that. They
Wano
only
was-
said that. They didn't-
You
they
know,
only-
Kaido has an
they only-
alliance with the samurais,
Hold
right?
on, hold
I
on.
mean,
They
it's an
only
entire
said that.
country of
They
people,
only said
so
that because it
I'll
was
give it to them.
unknown. They don't know about their
That's
strength.
fine.
Now you have to give it to us.
That's why they said that.
They're trying to take it away from me now.
Well, I mean, and
You
I'd
fucked
hope
up,
an
Waldo. You
entire
fucked up.
country of people would be.
It's the truth. I didn't even say that. The U.S. said
Admiral
that.
level people. Nope, too bad.
I mean,
Guys, go
we
on, guys, go
actually
on, go on.
have literal panels of people
so do
saying
I.
the Marines don't move unless it involves money and it's beneficial towards them. It was
Wait, they
not
don't
beneficial.
move.
It was not
Like they
beneficial.
don't act.
Listen, they don't act upon that because one, Wano is someone as a country that has sea stone, and we've been getting sea stone from them for years. So it is not beneficial for them to go attack Wano because they're cutting off their supply of sea stone that we are receiving. That is not beneficial towards them.
Truth. The truth.
What does that have to do with this hypothetical argument?
Because they said
explain
that they were scared to go to Wano. That is why we were talking about it. If you were listening correctly,
That's partly true.
I
Though,
just
Rufy.
told you I
What
wasn't
you're saying
listening.
isn't
You ain't
wrong.
have
What
to
you're
repeat
saying
it.
isn't wrong, Rufy.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
a little bit
CJK
fucked
still
up.
has a
Like I don't understand what was the point of that.
what you're saying isn't wrong, Rufy. But with CJK, we both have a point. Like you're saying, oh, it wouldn't be beneficial for them, but they still like displayed that they don't have any intention of trying to force them. They don't want to meet them with force because kind of out of his own mouth said we don't know. It's an unknown unknown. It's an unknown factor. So
And
we're both right here. What you're saying,
and that's what
what you're saying doesn't like change what CGK is saying at all. It just adds more context to it.
the context is it's just proving that Akainu is not nothing but is more than just a meathead that people put him out to be, and he has military tactical skills and realizes it is not beneficial for the Marines or the government to go attack Wano because it would take away a supply that they need and they are using for their forces.
Exactly.
That is how you run. That is how you run a military operation.
Wait, real
I
quick
thought that.
though.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Y'all, I thought then CP0 I thought they were the ones that were doing that. I thought they go like over Akainu. He really
CP0
ain't
is
got
part
no.
of the world government.
What?
The fleet
CP0 is part of the government. I agree with that, but you were giving that clout to Akainu. Talking about Akainu is smart because he knows that we got all this shit going
the
on.
fleet
That was
admiral sits there and goes to Mary
But
Jo's all the time. He knows what's going on
CPZ,
within the government.
he just was talking to the Gora saying like this shit could go above his head that he don't be knowing about. So I was just trying
Sometimes
to
that does
understand
happen. The
what does he know about and what
Doflamingo
doesn't
is
know
a
about.
situation that where that did happen, but that
Don't
is a
let the-
once in a blue moon thing. We go back if you go back to that same arc in Dressrosa, Sengoku, the former fleet admiral, and even before that in the Marineford arc, knows all of the secrets of the world and knew the One Piece actually did exist and what is at the last island of Raft Hill. So yes, they do tell their fleet admirals what is going on and throughout the world government.
Anyways, what I was gonna say before, like we go on the next part, is didn't the last couple chapters CP0 was actually talking to Orochi and trying to make like a deal with him? Like if they want, if they wanted what he had and they were so strong, couldn't they just take it from Wano?
And that's just one Yonko.
Yeah,
that is going back to another tactical standpoint. Why would you go take over countries like that when you can go trade with them?
Exactly.
They can't.
Well,
They can't.
Can I make a point real quick?
Go ahead.
All right.
We'll allow it.
So if I have a system that's taking care of that stuff, why would I disrupt that system?
I'll say.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
Hold on, TJ. They already have a system that balances each other out because those three, the Yonkos, the Marines, and the Shishibukai, bring balance to the world. If the Yonkos or undisturbed Yonkos are already bringing balance, there's no reason to disrupt that system. It's already doing its job. That's why I'd rather don't do anything about it. It would be unnecessary.
Going to take over Wano would disrupt the balance of the world because they would have to take out a Yonko himself.
So, but are they going to then allow Orochi to get Vegapunk? Because it's what he
Are
wants.
we not listening to what we just answered?
I know, but then you guys said they have the resource trade. So I'm saying, if that's the case, Dan's cutting me off for real. I'm all offended. Anyways. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. What's going on?
He's just a little anxious.
Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying, right? Is what I'm trying to say is if they were gonna give Vegapunk over, right? Then that goes a part of their resources down the drain. But then if they don't give him over, there goes more resources down the drain. So it's they lose either way. And you guys said they don't want to lose resources.
You realize for this theoretical argument, we have the Black Evil Drum Kingdom that is a Wapple metal. So we can
I didn't
say
want to bring that up yet.
So just so you know, all of our ships and all of our everything all of our armor is covered in Wapple metal.
Yeah. I mean, we got Paraspero and we got Kaido to make fucking seasonal weapons.
Last time I checked, the Wapple metal was able to stop a Quake Punch from Whitebeard.
Yeah. That's fine. But we have seastone weapons. We have an unlimited army of biscuits from Cracker. and Perisparrow's like candy ability.
Wait, I thought we're using 942.
Yeah, but we said everyone's healed up.
Yeah, everyone's like, come on.
That was the stipulation.
Like, why would we not use Like, come on, why would we not use Cracker or Perisparrow? Like, come on, bro. Like, do you even want to have a debate?
We don't know.
you guys insist on taking away all our fighters. Like, come on, it's a war. Like, that's the best.
That's why I was asking.
Are y'all using Doflamingo and shit still? Like, I don't understand how
Doflamingo and his entire crew with us. Yes, that's
I thought he was with us. Ain't he with us? He was on the title.
He's a warlord at this point.
He was on the. Okay then. All right, that's fine.
Come on, bro.
Yo, by the way,
and we got Vergo.
You guys said that you bring up all the biscuit soldiers because we're gonna what's it
called?
Parasite
Vergo
Cracker.
bullshit.
We're parasiting Cracker, by the way.
Yeah, just so you know, every single biscuit soldier that Clapper fucking Cracker made is now ours.
Whoa, hard C.
That is
hard C.
That's crazy.
Whoa, that is beyond me.
Hard C.
Yo, seriously.
Come on, man. We got kids watching this anyway.
Back to the meat in particular. You guys never addressed this.
Y'all out here calling motherfuckers.
Yeah, they dodged my question.
You
So
guys never.
That means it's in our favor.
Well, we always agree. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Here's one issue I'm particularly concerned about because you guys just dodged out of it, but you're not going to run away from this point. We see, you can disagree, but we see in the story that one Yonko crew fighting against Marineford and the Chichibukai, they were able to even out roughly.
Well,
No, they
Hold on. I know you're going to say, oh, Whitebeard had help.
Everybody got away fine. Everybody got away fine. Except for two people.
The hell?
Last time I checked,
Whoa, one more time.
Yeah,
You gotta let Spidey finish.
Like okay. Yeah. I know some of you are thinking, well, didn't the Whitebeard side get help? Well, yeah, so did the Marines. Like they had scored, betraying Whitebeard. Crocodile was literally fighting more Whitebeard's pirates than Marines. And there's the fact that Blackbeard literally came and killed Whitebeard for the Marines. So like when you add all that in, the two sides even out. And this was called the War of the Best. People were scared all over the world at just one Yonko fighting the world government. One Yonko. And again, like I posted this panel in the general, which you guys have yet to address. The data book says that one Yonko equals Marine HQ, and
we already addressed that.
We addressed that, and
we said that you're wrong.
What do you mean you addressed that?
We did. It literally says in the manga, in the data book, it says all four. That's what it says. Yonko is four.
Look at the panel. Look at the panel.
No,
Heidi, I know that you don't read Japanese like kanji and whatnot. The kanji for what it said, if you want to Google translate it, is four emperors. It means Marine HQ plus 7 Shichibukai equals 4 emperors.
You know the word Yonko means 4 emperor, right? So the title
did I just fucking say out my mouth?
refers to the 4 emperors.
They're not talking about one singular Yonko.
Why would they be talking about one Yonko?
Because it's changed, bro.
When the manga chapter even said,
you don't read manga either, bro. You're from Detroit, man. You speak English like I do. Like you have no idea what you're talking about. Hold on. Let me address that. Any time in the story where Big Mom is addressed as a Yonko, they're talking singular to her because the Yonko is a title.
But they're not talking about a specific person.
Logic really makes no sense.
Yonko Kaido, Yonko Big Mom.
In the panel,
slow down.
You're
The
going forever.
Emperors is always thrown in there because that's their title. So what you're saying makes no sense. It can still refer to one singular Yonko.
But that's not what they mean.
That's not what the panel says. Now, can I answer? The panel itself says, it doesn't say the Yonko. It says these 4 captains. These 4 pirate captains. So we know for a fact they're talking about the 4 of them.
Where's the panel where it said these 4 pirate captains?
Where should I post it?
Post it in the VC.
Because they can't even see it.
Post in the VC.
I post in the VC.
I mean, just so you know, no one agreed with you on the fact. No one agreed with you on the fact that you said that. No one agreed with you on the fact that Whitebeard was equal to Marineford because he literally got low diff.
How could you say they weren't equal?
He literally got low diff.
Because they got low diff.
He literally got low diff.
Dan, do you agree with this, Dan? On the record?
You forgot. You forgot to say.
Dan, do you agree with this?
that they didn't have all the warlords on their side.
I'm looking for that data book panel. Like, what are you talking about?
Hold on, you didn't mention the fact that they didn't. Hold on, you didn't mention the fact that they got. Yeah, you didn't mention the fact that they don't have all the warlords at their side at that point, and also Boa and Doflamingo. Those guys weren't even trying during the war.
Okay, Thatch was dead. Ace was in chains. Ace was in chains. They were.
Yeah, but they got added. They got added Jinbei. They got added Crocodile.
On top of that, Ivankov was taking care of Kuma as well.
You forget that Crocodile tried to kill Whitebeard, and then like his pirates were fighting against Crocodile. Crocodile was fighting more.
Crocodile literally saved Ace at one point.
He still fought against Whitebeard pirates.
Last time I checked, Crocodile attacked Akainu as well.
Oh, dude, I totally just for your mom.
Killed Whitebeard for the
Marine. See Crocodile fighting against Jozu. Like,
what about the part
What are we doing?
All I'm saying is that you guys are not giving the great credit to both sides. You're saying, one side had help, both sides had help.
You cannot name one.
One side was lacking. That's what I'm trying to say.
You cannot name one person on the Marine side.
Thatch was dead. Let
Rufy go.
You cannot name one person on the Marine side that was even remotely close to death. And
the guy that kind of killed. Boom, done. Got him. Let's go.
No one on the Marine side was even remotely close to death.
Wait,
they literally did not get any injuries on the Marine side. There was literally
not any.
Akainu didn't take no damage.
Akainu was damaged.
He wasn't near death.
He wasn't near death.
I ain't say he wasn't near death. You heard what I said. I said he didn't take damage. Y'all said he didn't take damage.
No, he didn't say take damage. He said near death. That's what
I'm waiting for that panel.
I posted the panel in the VC text.
Did you?
Read a book. Look at what I posted in the VC.
On top of that, as well, you had multiple admiral level people that were still available that were literally unscathed at that point in time.
You're right, and then they didn't want to fight Shanks.
I want to see how this might change the title of the conversation.
Here's my problem.
Hold on. You know what?
I posted. Look at what I posted in the text there.
Hold on. Wait, one moment.
Yes, Yonko.
Wait. One moment.
I got a body water when you're done. I got a body water when you're done.
Two things. One, welcome Jay Hudson.
What up,
What side
are you on, Jay Hudson? What side are you on?
Wait, what's the argument? I forgot.
Doesn't matter, Yonko.
It's all the Yonko
world government. Which one are you with?
I was talking to you about
Yonko.
the other day,
You're with the Yonko. Okay.
Oh, Jay Hudson's credit.
Oh yeah. By the way, the Yonko get mid div. By the way.
Yeah, the
second thing is EOS was talking before I stopped you guys. So go ahead.
So here's my problem, Vergo. I'm reading what you're saying. On the bottom of what it says, this is his opinion. He says, I think Oda means.
The nigga reads Japanese, bro. Like his opinion is. Like you can't translate better than him.
No, it's not even that.
Like, come on, bro.
US, it's not even that. The one Spidey posted, all it says is Yonko equal the Navy HQ plus the warlords.
And
that's what it
says on the bottom.
And Yonko means four emperors.
Yeah.
It doesn't say one.
That's why you have to put.
Can I respond? Can I respond real quick? Can I respond? Like y'all just told us right before y'all were like y'all don't understand the Japanese language, and then we brought a dude that clearly does understand the Japanese language to tell us what the fuck that means, and y'all telling us that he's wrong. So like, do y'all know better than he does?
That doesn't make sense.
That's just
he read it. Like, how do you have an opinion?
It doesn't make sense. Oda already mentioned four. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. I explained it to you. Yonko is a title. So even if they talk to one singular person, even if they refer to one singular person, they will still say Yonko.
No,
Yonko
Kaido. One of the four emperors.
Is that my opinion or is that a fact? If I say I think, that's not a fact. That's an opinion.
Exactly.
So why was it that you were pushing your opinions hard body when you can't even read kanji before?
We're not pushing our opinions, bro.
We're pushing what we know in the story.
And you know shit because you can't read kanji. And in the story,
if Garp said it was just one, then we would agree with you. That's the whole point. The panel, we should be going off what the panel says.
Even the panel drove over before Yonko. That's the problem.
So if we give you another panel where they like say Yonko Big Mom and Yonko Kaido talking to one person, y'all just like keep running away from that point when we say it's a title. I'm talking, bro. I'm talking.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like we see this at times. It's a title. I'm talking again. Like I don't understand what's going on.
Let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, like
They said
he's
Shaq
still going. He's still going too, JS.
Shaq is just as strong, if not stronger than Oklahoma. Like, why do you?
on your side.
I only have time for one more, Chris. JJ.
Oh, fine.
But yeah, all I was saying, we've clearly seen multiple times in the story where the term Yonko is referred to as a title and specific to one person, and y'all just act like that doesn't happen. So I don't understand why y'all like doing it
We've
right now.
also seen it in reverse when they say
Ready up there.
Yonko and they're talking about all of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Dan, ready up.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
The title Yonko means one of the four emperors, right?
Okay,
Bro,
so
you keep going
What
on.
does that mean?
here's the problem. We're going in circles at this point. Why don't we do our theoretical battle on what we think would happen with this battle instead of
Are
going off
all
of
the
things that we all know what already happened in the story?
are all the characters acting like how they act in the story?
No, they're acting like
we
they're
make
at
them
war.
out like what?
They're acting like they're
Are
at
you
war.
gonna be in
I
their manner?
mean, just the Yonko teaming up doesn't means that they're not acting how they always act.
Exactly. It's theoretical.
So I'm just talking about the guys when y'all got like that don't care about the world government for real, like all the warlords and shit, like
No,
Crocodile who would like fuck the government
everyone on
and
our
like niggas
side.
like that.
Theoretical.
They're showing up.
They're acting like they would act regular. That's why I'm asking y'all, cause they betray y'all.
Hold on. I got this. So super cool. For this theoretical explanation, they are all a cohesive unit.
Okay, that's all I ask. Cause if they to be a cohesive unit, they wouldn't act like how they usually act.
I know.
Yeah, that's all I ask.
So let's look at the matchups. Let's look at the matchups.
All right.
Go ahead.
Once again, I'll reiterate this. You guys say you have what? The three admirals. Kong, who I like to think he's strong, but like Super Cool said, he just pushes papers. Suru, Garp, and Sengoku, right? Those are
That's facts. All he does is put paper.
Then we have the warlords. Okay. We have the four Yonko, plus Aokiji, and their commanders. So I'm a little confused because does anyone on your side think Garp can fight like an admiral? Like,
Yeah.
Bro, are you
Can he fight Aokiji? Can he fight Kaido?
Yes.
Of course he can
here's the
fight.
He
thing.
said he was gonna kill a
Can he
tiny.
win? Obviously, he can fight. Like, you don't be pedantic. Can he beat any of these people?
He said he was gonna kill a
Ooh,
tiny.
he said don't.
Oh,
he
he said he-
pedantic.
Here, no. Here, just to play devil's advocate. Just to play devil's advocate, guys. Let's just,
We bring out the big words to body.
No, hold on. No. Seriously.
I can wait to him.
Even
That's
if
fine.
you honestly don't think Garp is able to beat any of those people, Spidey, that's fine, bro. The thing is, it would be Garp and a million other people, bro. That's the whole problem. Not only do we have the quality, same as you guys, we have numbers to back that quality up. That's the whole problem.
That's not true because you don't have the quality. You don't have the
Can you
quality.
let him finish? Can you let my partner finish talking? Can you let my partner respond?
Don't try to shift the argument because we're talking about matchups right now. The actual the top brass versus the top brass. Like, come on, man.
The matchup would be our top brass plus help. That's what
Obviously,
we going down. Like why y'all changing the argument?
Can I get some mediation, Vergo, please? Like, I don't need dumb shit like that, bro. Like,
no, it's not.
Why do you think it's gonna be a
you want me to bring a Batman when I talk about Kaido? Like, Batman's gonna be flying over Kaido while he fights? Of course.
Yo, why do you think it's gonna be a 1v1 though? That's my problem.
Your own teammate said, let's go into matchup.
No.
That's the point. We're doing matchups right now. We
That's
have
the
so
matchup.
many people.
Okay, wait.
We have so many people that
to play
if we
devil's
send out
advocate-
Garp, it's basically like you're going to be fighting Garp plus a Buster Call. If we
What are you
send
saying,
out
Jay?
Kainu, it's a Kainu plus a Buster
Hold on,
Call.
Dan's
That's what we're
talking.
saying. That's
No,
all
I'm
we're
saying,
saying.
Like, even if.
Ain't it like Kaido and all his crew and like Shanks and his crew too? Like
And allies and affiliates.
Exactly.
Hold on. Jay Hutch was trying to talk.
Yo, go Jay Hudson.
I did interrupt Cool when I first was talking. So
I had to get you back. Yeah.
Yo,
You done, Dan?
I did interrupt my nigga, so I had to let that one slide.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn up your volume, Jay Hutch.
Tell me when it's my turn to talk after.
But I was saying.
Go ahead,
Like,
Oh no, he's going. You can't do that.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, we saw like in the recent anime, like when Luffy went Gear 4, how he had to
make variations of it because Rayleigh, which is still like one of the old people from the old ages of the time of Roger, was able to foderize his gear force. So these old niggas are still plenty strong. So we can't completely sleep on them when it comes to these Yonkos. Like they can still keep up with us because they were part of a hell of an era.
You comparing the right hand man to the king of the pirate to like a random ass. All right, never mind.
With the pirates.
Who fought the king of the pirates? That's what I'm comparing.
Yeah, that's what we're.
I'm comparing you comparing the right hand man to the winners to some niggas that lost, but that's fine.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They lost. They ain't stopping from becoming pirate king. What you mean? What you talking about?
He got captured and executed. Who's the winner?
He gave up. He turned himself in. What do you? He turned himself in. What are you talking about? Like they just beat him. They didn't beat him. They didn't beat him, bro. Like, come on.
It said that Garp cornered the king of pirate.
Did he beat him, bro? Did he beat him, bro? Did he beat him? Did he beat him?
Yes.
Garp didn't beat him. Garp didn't capture him.
I wanted to ask something real quick.
That ain't got nothing to do with it, though.
I want you to understand in the chat, I am completely neutral. I'm not on either side, but occasionally I will read funny things I see in the chat. So Santos D. Garrett just said enraged army over Buster Call.
What? I mean,
That big bad. That big bad.
Out of your mind.
Wait, can we just
be honest, man?
You know the books? The book, nigga?
I got pieced up by Bartolomeo. Fucking Bat still got loaded by Sabo.
I mean, Vergo's reading.
Niggas like Vergo and Onigumo, and even then, they can't compare to niggas like Katakuri and Smoothie. And your credit
Onigumo and Momos and Momonga would beat Katakuri themselves together.
creditless.
You're forgetting about the two vice admirals that were going to be candidates to become admirals.
For whatever reason, they didn't become admirals, though. So they
didn't become admirals because obviously stronger people like Fujitora and they're still candidates to be admirals.
We're not talking about no hypothetical admirals, bro. We're talking about admiral level strength, bro. Like, get out of here with that.
Wait, can I address that? Can I address that? Wait, can I address that?
Refugee can't go.
Yeah. So for the no. It's fine. I'm used to be talked over. Anyways, so put it this way, right? They're candidates, right? Keyword candidates. You can be a candidate for a job and still have no good qualifications and not get the job.
That's right.
Yep.
Chris, that makes no sense, cuz.
Oh, it does make sense.
Make no sense.
Yep.
Yeah, but they would have.
Why didn't they get it? Here, put it this way. Here, if they were already in the Navy, right? Why wouldn't they just get bumped up? Why would they go to other people that are like Wait, I'm not done. There are people like Fuji, right, who completely fucked over Akainu in the world government. Why wouldn't they have taken people that are more reliable if they were that good?
No,
you didn't. No, you didn't.
It's the fact that they're not good. It's the fact that there was someone else that was better. That doesn't mean that they're not good in their own right.
Yeah.
The fact that they were even mentioned for the position means that they were great. But someone better came along, so the person that was better got the position. So it doesn't take away from the fact that the person that was asked to be in that position isn't fucking great.
Are you done? Okay. Would they take people like Sabo and Karusu if they were better? You know, they're not reliable. Because that was my main point. It wasn't their strength. It was if they're not reliable, right? That's a big downside of the government. But kind of we see him, right? The loyal justice portion of him. He wants people that are going to follow the Navy. They're going to follow his orders. Why wouldn't he just take someone that's going to for sure follow his orders then?
Because the admirals are the strongest force in the Navy, and you want the strongest candidate possible. When they drafted these people, they thought that these people would go along the lines of justice because pirates in the series are the bad guys. The Marines are the good guys. So when they draft people and think that they want to fight for the Marines against the pirates, they're going to think that they're going to fight for the justice and kill Marines.
What did Fuji do? He fucked them over. So
okay, that's their fault, but that doesn't mean anything. What does that have to do with your argument?
The logic I just put is they would take someone that's reliable.
No, bro. Just because someone is more reliable doesn't mean they're better for the job.
Well, can I ask you a question, CGK?
Yeah, of course he was.
All right, so let's say there was a father, right? So he's one of the most loyal fathers that you ever had in your life. Like, he'll do everything for you, bro. And right,
would I take him over someone stronger?
That teeter-totters like an Aokiji, right? And he's kind of lazy, he's there, he doesn't do right.
Can I take him for a minute, CGK?
Hold
Oh,
Can
go
I
ahead.
answer for?
I'll answer after you're done. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like your profile picture, Chris. You're garbage.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow.
So now Aokiji's
That hurt.
Go ahead, EOS.
super strong. Are you gonna take that fodder that's super loyal over Aokiji, who's super strong?
You know you comparing Onigumu to fodder, and that's your guy. On
I'm
that,
not.
like
You did do that. You
that's
did
the
do
whole
that.
comparison. That's the whole comparison. You Onigumo to like Fujitora, and
Nobody
you
did
call the
that.
dude
You
fodder.
obviously didn't listen to what he
You
said.
broke it down. You broke it down to an analogy between a super
But it's not a
loyal
direct
fodder and a
parallel.
strong dude, and that's
I'm
like
not to the
the whole
extreme.
comparison.
I'll answer.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Okay.
I'm bringing it down to the
Wait,
extreme.
can,
We know how you feel about Oniguma now. That's all.
Yep.
That's how I feel about Onigumo. Onigumo's super
can I answer
strong.
though when you're done?
Onigumo, you said he was fodder, but okay.
I didn't
My turn.
call him fodder.
Anyways, should I answer?
At
You ready?
all.
Yeah, go ahead, CJ.
I would say if that person that's right under them is close enough where their strength is not going to like be different to the level of reliability that they have, for me, I would take someone that's more reliable, right? Because we know people can grow, they can get stronger. So it's like I said, that's why I mentioned earlier, is if we're talking about just purely strength, right? Then why don't they take rando people, right? That are really top tiers like Sabo and Kawasu and all these other people, right? Why don't they take them if strength's all that matters?
Sabo's part of the Revolutionary
We know
Army.
why.
Like, what the
He's
fuck
not-
are you
he's
bringing
bringing
Sabo
any
up
man-
for?
So you're gonna cut me off,
Bro,
You're
like,
gonna
with that
cut me
stupid
off.
shit, bringing up
He
Sabo.
doesn't literally mean Sabo. He means strong people like Sabo
Yep.
that just live in the world, bro. Like, come on,
Exactly.
listen.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Anyways, can I finish my statement? Anyways,
We'll let somebody else on
no.
your team talk. If you
Oh,
want
not gonna.
to.
Nope.
Yeah, we ain't going for that.
See, Virgo, what are they doing, Virgo?
Dan, let
I'm
him
trying to be
talk.
civil.
Step it up.
Yeah. Anyway,
Dan,
so what?
let him
Step it
talk.
up. Yeah.
Yes. So my point,
Dan,
right?
what is wrong with you today?
Yeah, he's being sick.
Let's see you can go, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, what I'm saying is, if let's say the loyalty that they have, right, is a 10, and their strength is like a 9.5, right, and then you reverse it, right, for the other person, that's their strength is 10, their loyalty is like a 9.5. I'm taking someone that's more loyal because I know for sure that they're gonna have my back and that I'm gonna be more safe with them on my team versus someone
If
that's
they're
gonna fuck
really
me
that
over.
close, if they're really that close, it's like y'all trying to make it seem. If they really that close, like y'all, I'm trying to make it seem, I kind of agree with CGK.
Exactly.
Because if you really
that's just
think that
logic.
Onigumo is that, hold on, let me finish
Yeah.
talking. Y'all keep kind of like if y'all saying that Onigumo really that close to Fujitora, why would you just pick Fujitora if he like it has to be that a gap of strength?
Exactly.
It's not only
Yeah,
Gumo.
they can't be that close.
Well,
That's the whole thing.
Only go more moments Sogi and Shaitan, like Super and CGK have a point, like Waldo. Like,
That's all fine and dandy, but the whole thing is like for what Chris was saying, like the whole like picking someone who's more reliable over stronger. That's not what they do. You can see because if it was them picking reliability, they would only go with, hey, you have to be within our ranks for X amount of time beforehand. But no, they were more willing to take total strangers and risk that total stranger like Fuji fucking up and doing some wild shit. They were
The
more
whole
willing to do that.
we fine with that. We fine with that, Dan.
Super strong.
We fine with that, Dan. But the whole original argument really started because we were arguing, like y'all was saying that Onigumo was like near admiral, and we were saying that he can't be near admiral.
No, we didn't say Onigumo. We said Shitone and Momo's.
Yeah.
Y'all were like he was a suggestion to be those guy, whoever was the suggestion to be admiral. That's what we were saying.
Why don't we actually like for real actually get into like what would actually happen if like because you know we were talking about matchups before, right? Like it's not going to be a whole bunch of just straight up one. I mean, it could be with some 1v1s, but the thing is, we have so many numbers on our side. I think like at least for our side,
This number is two shanks.
that we're going to say is, hey, like for example, let's say you guys use all your little Conquerors hockey and like knock however many people out, right? We still have more people, and we still have all our top tiers.
That's
so at
fine.
that point, when you can't, okay, I know it's fun. I'm going to continue talking.
Go ahead, Dan. Yeah, let Dan go.
Hold on, dude. Okay, so all I'm saying is after you finish knocking everyone you can out, right? Because there's a limit to how much you can do it. Otis said Shanks is what, 100,000 people?
No,
right?
no.
Like that?
Oh, he said
Okay,
wait, no, real quick. I want to stress that he can knock out all of them. That's all he says, all of them.
And all of them were 100,000.
No, but he's saying that it's more than that. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Hold on, go ahead, Dan.
Just let's all calm down.
Go ahead, Dan.
So
not to
my
me, Dan.
point is, hey, listen, for every top tier,
I never thought I'd see the day when you two
guys
on
have
opposite.
for every single top tier you guys have, we have a top tier to not only match them, on top we're going to have them backed up by thousands of our fodder. And all we're saying is, hey,
Hey,
enough
Vergo,
of our top tiers
is
will
my
go
background noise
against your
trouble?
top tiers,
Slow
and then
burn, what?
eventually, hey.
Is my background noise trouble to you? Let me know if it's
No, you're
bothering
good. You're good.
You're
Slow
good
burn.
right now. Go ahead, Dan.
All right.
Yeah, but all we're saying, that's really just the crux of our argument. We're just saying, hey, we got you beat, you know, in terms of quality and quantity, and in terms of strategy. Like, there's not really much you guys would be able to do, and like, I don't even know why you're arguing.
All I know is Sengoku and Tsuru were literally known for their
We're gonna
military
watch you
tactical.
guys. Like,
So let's start doing
For their
Let's just
military
go down
tactical
and
fight.
matchup. Let's just go down matchup for matchup.
You want to talk about the first?
We're talking.
Can I address Dan real quick before we go on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep in mind, right? Dan thinks Strusen is admiral level. so I'm just saying that if each of these first hands are admiral level, whoa man, we set for life.
Yeah,
Go
Dan,
ahead.
doesn't the data book say that Dan, I've heard you say that too, Dan, that Ben Beckman's relative to Shanks, like he's like his rival.
Yeah, we got Pirate King. We got two Pirate Kings.
Mihawk's relative to Shanks too, so Mihawk would body Ben Beckman.
But he was scared to fight Shanks, so there's that.
Mihawk is not relative to Shanks. He got stopped by Vista. So.
yeah, maybe Mihawk ain't beating Shanks.
Oh yeah,
but
Dan.
Nightmare
Oh no,
Mihawk is.
guys, he ran away from Don Krieg. Don't forget that.
Anyways, let's talk about the first matchup. I think would go down is Blackbeard. Blackbeard's already got held off by CP0 already, and they ran away from them.
No, we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened.
No,
It literally said verbatim in the story.
You don't know what happened, but I'm telling you what the manga says.
We know that they fled, but we don't know that they were losing. They could have just
Also
left.
said they fought, they clashed, and they fought equally.
Yeah, but like we know
The
that
paper also said that that the German and the goddamn everybody followed Straw Hat Luffy command without delay.
I mean,
and we
he
know
did.
for a fact
They
that they didn't follow his command without delay. It was his plan.
And you guys are forgetting Blackbeard. You know Blackbeard is an intelligent individual. He doesn't engage.
Whose plan was that? Hold on, because they did follow his plan. So whose plan was that? For them to
Luffy's
do
plan. They followed Luffy's plan because they followed.
Whose plan was it for them to go fight all them niggas at the Tea Party?
Cake and cause chaos.
Whose plan was for them to fight at the Tea Party? That's what I'm asking you. Whose plan was it to fight at the Tea Party? I ain't asking you whose plan was it to
They
pop at
came
the
to
cake.
a
I asked you
consensus together, and Luffy was
whose
the leader.
plan.
Luffy was the leader.
Jinbei told Luffy we don't have a plan, so we gonna go to the dude that does have a plan. So Jinbei doesn't know. Jinbei's in this shit. He
also
didn't.
had a plan. They put their plans together.
Jinbei's plan was to work with their plan. So what are you talking
They
about?
had their own plan as well, and they put their plans together.
Do you want me to show you the panel where Jinbei says we don't have a
didn't
plan?
have no plan of causing chaos and jumping out the cake and making Big Mom.
Do you want me to show you the panel where Jinbei says he doesn't have a plan? Do you want me to show you that?
You want
that we don't have a plan?
Of Luffy saying that he has his own plan as well.
We have to go off what we see.
That's why I asked you on the panel.
We've heard about it, and we've seen multiple times that the news from the Navy is not reliable.
That's what I'm saying, but you can't say it didn't happen.
The paper said it. The paper said it. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
In addition to that, no one in here thinks that anyone in CP0 can fight or beat Blackbeard. No one in here thinks that.
Can I interject though too?
Go ahead and interject.
Keep in mind, guys, that Blackbeard scared away Dragon and Sabo and all these other people that were with him.
Exactly.
So yeah. So if we want to take that the CPs, then keep in mind that means
CP0 even more.
Yeah, that just means Blackbeard, right? Blackbeard sending over what was it? Shiryu and Lafitte?
Blackbeard himself and his crew.
Didn't CP0 remember
Blackbeard came to Valtigo and fought CP0 with his crew.
But then what's the crew? Who was all there? That's my point.
We don't know. We don't.
You guys know?
It said the Blackbeard pirates. We know for a fact Shiryu and fucking Lafitte were there.
For a fact, we know Shiryu, Lafitte, and Doc.
That's fine, but that's like 1 out of 10 That's 2 out of 10 commanders. What's
3 out of 10. It don't matter.
But that's my
Blackbeard himself and 3 of his top commanders.
Okay, that's fine. So those 4 are equal to Dragon, Sabo, all those other people that were with him, right? Cool.
Dragon and Sabo didn't fight. We know Dragon left before everyone fought.
Oh, how do we know?
Because Dragon was on fucking Kamabaka Kingdom Island unscathed. Fine. What are you talking about?
So Shanks.
Sabo was too.
Exactly.
Shanks showed up to Rainford unscathed after meeting.
That's what I'm saying.
What
does that mean?
That means nothing.
Hey, maybe he was that good?
What was that?
Are we gonna get into these matchups or what?
Let's get into these. They keep
Regardless, we know CP0 can fight against Blackbeard. It's pirates. We know that already.
I mean, I'm a little skeptical on that, but let's go on to the next match.
I mean, that's what the panel say. So let's
fine. The panel also said that Smoker beat Crocodile, but I guess
But here's my thing, Spidey. Right? And, like, I don't mean to interrupt you, But until we see, right, the story say otherwise, we have to take it at face value.
No, we don't.
Hold on, Spidey. Because if we go based off what you're saying, that's like me saying Sabo and all of them are not fighting the Admiral because it said it on the paper, and we know that's true.
Yeah.
And so we can't just be like, oh, we pick and choose what we want to do. We have to see which one is true, which one is not true, if proven otherwise by the story. If it's proven otherwise by the story, you have to take it at face value.
Okay.
No,
So you telling me? So you telling me that these unnamed,
go ahead.
These unnamed CP. So we have to believe that these unnamed CP0s are stronger than Blackbeard and his whole crew. That's y'all want me. That's what I want me to believe.
As of right now, yeah.
You don't have to think they're stronger. You just have to think they're strong. They can
I'm not
fight
saying
against
they're weak. No one said they're weak, but
we saying they ain't stronger than Blackbeard.
I know.
So we know Blackbeard cared. We know Blackbeard ran away from Shanks and shit after he got 2 fruit.
If that's the case, then we just gonna be picking and choosing. That's how.
I mean,
picking and choosing.
at face value. Hold on, guys. At face value as well. At face value as well for the CP0, like even like the leader who we don't know the name of, like whoever that is, or the strongest shield for the Celestial Dragons. Big Mom was chosen as a child. If she would have joined CP0, she would be a CP0 agent. So who's to say that there isn't someone in the organization that we don't know of as of this moment that could fight Blackbeard himself? That is why they were able to do such a feat.
Keep in mind it said that she's gonna be a fleet admiral, so she's
She could be an admiral or a fleet admiral or a CP0 agent. That is what was stated.
You would also have to keep in mind that you have to. The Blackbeard pirates came there to fight against the revolutionaries, so they had to be ready to fight. So if CP0 made them run, like they must have.
They came there to fight the Revolutionary Army. They ain't come to fight CP0.
The Revolutionary Army is one of the biggest entities in the entire world.
That's not the same thing. They ain't trying to fight 2 people at one time. They ain't trying to fight CP0 and the Revolutionary Army at the same time.
If you know the Revolutionary Army is one of the biggest entities in the entire world and is directly opposing the world government, and they have their own island full of weapon stocks. That's what was stated by Burgess to come get the weapons. Would you not send in at least 90% of your forces for your full forces?
That's not the same fight. I understand that, Rufus. You ain't Rufus. I understand the point you're making, but what I'm saying is that's 2 different fights. You're fighting just the Revolutionary Army at first, and then it's the Revolutionary Army and CP0.
They didn't fight the Revolutionary Army and CP0 at the same time. That's not what was stated.
My argument is that, like, I'm not saying they didn't fight. I'm not saying the CP0 aren't strong. We don't know what happened, so we can't. But we know Blackbeard is an opportunist, and you went there to get those weapons. But what we learned is that they left before Blackbeard even got there. So why would Blackbeard clash with CP0
It's the same thing
when it wouldn't even benefit him?
It's the same thing that happened with Blackbeard when he went to go meet when he tried to switch in Bonnie for the warship. Instead, Akini showed up and he wasn't there to fight Akini, so he left.
And they didn't, but that's the key difference between those two.
You mad animal? Let me fucking finish, you fucking creature. The fuck wrong with you?
Exactly. He thinks things out, bro. Smart dude.
Like, what the fuck?
Fucking say what you said that time. Nobody can hear your little soft ass voice.
I hear that nigga just fine. I hear that nigga just fine. You ain't gonna talk to that nigga like that, Rufus. You gonna do that?
No, you know what they say when you
we know he's an intellectual guy. Like same thing at Marineford. He didn't choose to fight Shanks because it wasn't time. He chooses and picks his battles. He didn't want to fight CP0, so he got out of there. He's like, all right, let's go.
But you're saying that, but they said they clashed with them.
We're not.
They clashed. Exactly.
So we know.
Waldo, your words. Your exact words. They clashed.
Waldo, we're gonna debate our points, bro.
We know that they're at least Spidey. We know they're at least strong enough to clash with them, right?
That's fine. But what does that mean? Clash with somebody? Like I seen Crocodile crash with Mihawk. Like what are you talking about, bro? Like I'm not.
Luffy clashed with Kaido. Luffy clashed with Kaido.
I didn't even say which side would win. I didn't even say which side would win. I just said these guys are gonna fight probably.
Yeah, but
we're letting you know that we also seen other classes and how they ended.
My point, Waldo, is that like they're strong and they did fight Black.
We don't know both sides to say if one would win and another would win.
You do know there's. My bad, Waldo.
Name one person in CP0 that we know.
You do know that there's 2 key differences when you have two sides that clash with each other rather than 2 fighters clashing with each other. There's 2 different definitions of that. When 2 sides clash with each other, that means they fight for a tad bit. But when you have 2 people clash with each other, it's an exchange of 1 time for most of the time. So yes, they were able to fight for a very short period of time, but either way, CP0 as a force is able to oppose Blackbeard and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little too premature to even say something like that.
It's not what I'm saying. It's not what we're saying. It's what the story says to us.
No,
If you have to take it at face value until
For argument's
proven
sake.
wrong.
The newspaper said, just like the newspaper said, the crocodile, that smoker beat crocodile
We
at
just talked about
Alabama
it.
and saved the whole world. I don't care if you just talked about it 2 seconds ago. I just brought it up. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying like, we can't say we don't have the right to like, we've been reading the story for like years, man. We've read all the chapters. I assume you guys have read the story at least one time. Like, we can be skeptical based on how the world government acts. They're shady as fuck. We've seen.
They don't always lie. Not everything they think is a lie.
They said they killed Jack. They said they killed Jack.
Did I say that? I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying you have to take it at face value.
What are you saying, EOS? What are you saying, EOS?
Well, I'm saying you gotta take it at face value too, proving otherwise they're not lying.
Oh no, I don't. I can be skeptical, and I can.
Bro, that's the way to argue, bro.
Stated in the manga then.
There's no why.
I already acknowledge that CP0 is strong and that they fought Blackbeard. Like, asking anything else of me is ridiculous.
Who asked anything else?
We telling you that
I already conceded that they fought and that they're strong.
Here, anyways,
Since we all agree CP0 is strong enough to fight with Blackbeard and his crew.
No, they're strong enough to clash.
No.
Not fight them straight up. Clash. Like I said.
Anyways, if we're gonna take what Waldo said, right, take everything on panel as facts. Keep in mind, right, that Kaido can't die. He's the strongest in 1v1, so if he matches up against anyone 1v1, he wins.
That's not true.
Until proven otherwise, it's true. Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, and I'm not even done.
Let's use reading. Come on.
Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing? Anyways, next thing. Okay, next thing, right, is also, remember when Shanks threw up to Marineford, and you guys said everyone's still ready to fight? You guys verbatim said everyone's good to go, they're not close to death? Didn't Shanks scare them off with, what, like 10 people? Yeah, okay.
I remember that too, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the thing about Kaido, it's already been stated that they lost, and he's lost and been captured by the Marines already.
But not be
and they couldn't kill him. And they couldn't kill him.
They can still beat him in a fight.
Okay, but CGK.
Saying who wins now? Who kills everybody the most? Who kills the most? That's not the question.
Yeah,
Hasn't this
one-on-one bet
guy
on Kaido.
already
One
lost
on
to
one
the
bet
world
on
government?
Kaido.
Like,
That's what
Who beats him?
He's been captured.
Who beats Kaido? Who beats Kaido on y'all side?
But what do you mean? Our fodder.
Whoever captured him.
People say in the story, it says in a 1v1, I always bet on Kaido. That's what said in the story until proven. I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking. Yeah. What I'm saying is y'all just told me that until the story proves this shit otherwise, if the story says that we have to admit that it is true. Until proven otherwise. And it says in the story, in a 1v1, Kaido cannot be beat.
No, that's not what it says. It says bet on Kaido. That's number one. Number two is who says it's gonna be a 1v1? That's the thing that I'm like, what?
Who do y'all think y'all got strong enough that ain't gonna be like fighting other niggas? Like I'm trying to figure out like how y'all spread, like how y'all all got all these strong ass niggas. I don't think y'all got. Like they have to be fighting somebody. Shanks ain't fighting nobody. Shanks ain't fighting nobody in y'all mind. Like Big Mom ain't fighting nobody. Like what?
Big Mom would lose to Kizaru, bro.
Big Mom would lose Kizaru.
Let's just set up the matchup before we say stuff because we're like, we'll
The
be
lady that ain't never we ain't been seen hurt. He losing to Kizaru. We ain't seen her take damage on panel. For real like that.
Can we talk about what they're gonna do on our side? How that Seastone Club, right, that Hikaido has, right? That's really effective in Soviets. It's gonna be a Seastone homie club.
That's not a
literally.
Big Mom out here got the homie army and shit, just taking inanimate object, giving them life from fodder and shit all day. Like,
and then people here, wait, real quick, Waldo. And remember when they're scared of Big Mom, right? She does a life or death, so she gets her souls. When Shanks, right, showed up and Whitebeard showed up, a ton of those elite soldiers, right, of the 100,000, were scared shitting their pants, dude.
Yep.
So
just because of the title.
Go ahead, Waldo.
All right. So in the Vivid card, it said, wait, hold on. In the Vivid card, it said you need proficient observation hockey to even see Kizaru move. Big Mom has never shown any of that.
How does Kizaru hit?
Big Mom at Whole Cake was asking Katakuri what's going on and shit. And she's never been calm in these situations to even use that shit.
I agree that's a good point, but in retrospect, to reply to that, how does Big Mom, like ornament wise, how does Kizaru pull off something big enough to hurt Big Mom, who we haven't really even seen take damage on? Yeah, we haven't seen Big Mom take damage on the series, right?
We haven't seen
We
her
have
take
seen
any
her take damage. What do you mean?
You're saying
I'm saying take significant damage. The only thing that made her take significant damage was starving herself, and that messed her up for the
No, we've
rest of the
seen her
arc.
take damage
But when
from her
she
own
was
crew.
fat and fine, she took no damage. They told her for 2 years.
You're saying that, but at the same time, she had to hockey up against Lucy. If she had to hockey up, doesn't that mean like she's gonna take damage?
If she had to hockey up, did she take damage? Did you see her take damage on panel in that story?
How are we answering a question with a question?
That's her hockey.
Because hockey does more damage to your opponent.
I can't. It's a rule that I can't answer a question with a question. What you talking
The
about? I
fact
can't do
that
that.
a attack at the level of a Kong gun made her hockey up shows you that attacks that are way above Kong guns can affect her.
No, but if you just hockey up, you're actually doing more damage to your opponent, even if it's for defense.
Exactly. It's a pseudo armor. You hurt back and shit. It hurts him Luffy the same way.
Exactly what you said. It's a pseudo armor.
It's an armor. It's armor.
Exactly.
Without her armor, she would have took damage.
With a metal hand. Tell me how
No, we don't
Okay,
know.
like
We don't know that.
I'll admit the point that she put armor hockey up, but that still doesn't change the fact that we haven't seen her like take an attack that was strong enough to do significant damage until she fucked herself up by starving herself. Capone said he was on the crew for 2 years and shit. And I know for a fact, I assume in 2 years they did
1
something.
year.
She ain't just sitting on her ass for 2 years as a pirate. So they had fights at some point in time, and she never took any damage.
His exact statement. It was his exact statement was it was 1 year that he had been on the crew and he had not seen her take damage from just cannonballs and things of that nature that were like bullshit weapon
So
attacks.
what can hurt it then, Roof? What can hurt it then, Roof?
Another example of what Capone said, that he said that there are weapons in the world that can hurt Big Mom. It's just a few
What
of them.
can hurt Big Mom then, Roof? Tell me what can hurt.
Whatever those weapons that Capone was talking about.
He tried those weapons and they didn't hurt him.
The sea stone weapons that Kaido has?
On top of that, the Logias, Oda directly said, are the strongest fruits in the series. They are a weapon. So yes, one of the 5 strongest fruits of the strongest class of fruits can hurt her. If you're saying that she can't be hurt,
I'm saying that they can hurt her. I'm just saying you haven't seen evidence of it in the manga to tell me that she can't be hurt. Like you can hypotenuse like lies and think about what the fuck can hurt her, but you can't tell me what the fuck can hurt her because you ain't seen it.
If we're gonna sit here and argue like that, we can argue both ways, and I can sit here and say a laser kick that blew up the mangrove could hurt her, and you could say that it won't, and we're just not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, and we're not.
And if you're gonna say all that, then we're just gonna say she can't even see Kizaru.
Yeah, and
it's a wash then. It's a wash then. No, like y'all don't win and we don't win.
And we can.
Yeah, like, what y'all think?
Wait, can I ask Dan a question?
She can't see the nigga and he can't hurt her.
Hey, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Dan, how good is Yasop?
He's basically a gun.
Basically, gun, right? Says he can't miss ever, right? And we know that people like Logias, like Caesar, are very scared of sea stone weapons, right, and stuff like that. And now we have an unlimited supply of sea stones, from what we know. We have at least a lot of sea stone, and he's hockey, god tier hockey, right? And he doesn't.
Good thing Daddy Masterson's shooting down all his bullets.
Can he just
bro.
shoot? Can he just shoot Kizaru in the head and now Kizaru's dead?
No, because
he
Daddy
never misses.
Masterson will shoot his bullets down. What are you talking about? We have a sniper ready for him.
Daddy Masterson.
Daddy Masterson, this nigga.
Like what?
Can you answer my question though, Dan?
No, I'm saying you heard him, Vergo, Daddy Masterson.
Daddy Masterson.
Hey,
dude, didn't Yasop humiliate Daddy Masterson before? Like
He did, and so did his son.
Don't do it.
But long stand agrees with us.
But
Kizari's one shot.
I think we should set up the matches before we argue on like the individual fights. 'Cause, like that's gonna, like, like who's fighting.
They just gonna say somebody gonna pop up and help whoever they say, even though that person has to be fighting somebody else. That's what. That's what fucks it up.
We already set it up where Kizaru and Big Mom are fighting. And
why are we making up Big Kizaru and Big Mom fight? I don't understand who agreed on that.
Okay, what do you
on that matchup?
What do you?
We ain't gonna make him fight.
I mean, if you guys think these Yonkos are so strong as they are, it shouldn't matter who they're matching against.
So I was interested.
I would do Ben Beckman.
I saw something interesting in the chat. So Absidy said Garp Sengoku for Kaido, Green Bull and Fuji for Big Mom, Akainu for Kizaru, Akainu for Big Mom. My bad.
What?
Wait, hold on. He said Garp and Sengoku for Kaido, Green Bull and Fuji for Big Mom, and Akainu and Kizaru for Six.
Anu and Kizaru.
What about Aokiji? And did he say Blackbeard?
Yeah.
No, he didn't mention him.
Yeah, man.
What?
Exactly.
Probably didn't mention because he probably thinks
Here's who I would have. I'd have Akainu, right? Fight Shanks. I'd have Green Bull, assuming he's a Zoan, fight Kaido, right? And then I'd have Kizaru fight someone like Ben Beckman. And then someone like Fujitora can fight, let's say, Big Mom, right? And now you got Blackbeard left over to fight, all the fodder. Easy
Yep.
one shot, ton of them.
Bro, Blackbeard
got-
CP0.
What do you mean, dude?
Listen, why would he fight against
dude,
Fodder?
you've seen that monkey in Shanks' crew, right? You forget about
This is if we're
I'm
gonna
just
set
saying.
it up like that.
And if you're setting it up like that, you didn't even bring up Garp and Son Goku and Mihawk and
Or
fucking
Kong.
and the Kong.
Who would you guys want them to fight?
Listen, for Blackbeard, we want Garp and Sengoku and Kong. All three of them together, they will low diff him. That's a fact.
I'm not low diffing him.
That's a low diff. None of them, the Garp don't have a devil fruit at all, so he's not being like nerfed in any means. And we've seen Sengoku's shockwaves are able to clash with the quake punches with ease. We don't even know how strong Kong is as of this present moment, but we know he's at that fucking legend rank tier because he was fleet admiral around the time that Roger's era was. So he's relative to Rayleigh, Sengoku, and Garp. So you have three. So you have three legend tier Marines going against Blackbeard. That's a wash.
Okay, that's three of your top tiers against one of ours. We have four other ones.
Okay, now we still have four other admirals and CP0. CP0 is enough to fight a Yonko themselves, plus the four admirals. So who you want? Who you want against those guys?
The thing that confuses me, though, is we agreed what's stated on the panels, right? And Shanks and just his 27 people were enough to take down all the Marineford's leftovers. So,
No, they weren't.
I mean, you guys agreed on it. I'm just
I remember seeing Goku advocating, and even Mihawk said, "I'm not going to fight Shanks." So I kind of have the point.
Okay,
How
did I
does that make them say that they're
But I thought we agreed not in the beginning, but really early on in the stream, right? That all these people are working cohesively together to take down the other side. Is that not right, Vergo?
That's not the point I'm
is that
making.
not right?
That's not the point I'm making. CGK is saying that Shanks scared off the rest of the
This
Marines.
is a theoretical match we
they
made.
scared them off?
I know, and I'm giving you facts in the story, which is they forfeit. They gave up, and they let
did
them go.
not.
Yes, they did. The Marines and everyone else is saying, hey, no matter what happens, we're going to kill Draken's son. We're going to get him and Ace, right? They got Ace. Well, not
Yeah, but
Draken's son.
you're not putting context on it. And Goku said, "Since it's you, Shanks, I'll let you guys go."
Yeah, because he knew what was happening.
No, he didn't say that because
he
Shanks
knew.
was so strong.
He looked him in the eye. He's like,
He
you
said
want?
that because the
What
goal-
was your
Goal-
logic? Your guys'
I'm
logic
not-
was it's not
I'm
worth
not
the resources they lose.
I'm not done.
Go ahead. Sorry, buddy.
Go ahead, let Waldo go. Let Waldo go. Let Waldo
I'm
go.
sorry.
Because he has the same mindset as the Gorosei. And the Gorosei no, Shanks doesn't want to be Pirate King. That's what they said. They know he doesn't have intentions to do that.
When did they say he ain't got intentions to be Pirate King?
And when the Gors after Marineford.
What up? Can you find that for me?
All right, hold on.
I think Rufy, you're really kind
Another thing too, on a slightly unrelated topic, it's a panel in the VC where Jinbei clearly said they ain't had no plan, but I'm gonna let that go. I'll let that go.
Oh, you remembered that? That was like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I got a good memory, bro. I smoked this shit for good, man.
I'm just saying. I think even let's say that the three of them could beat Blackbeard.
Honestly, we don't even need the three of them. We'll just use two of them.
Incredible to say that.
Garp and Sengoku.
No, it's not creditless at all.
Garp and Sengoku.
Garp and Sengoku were taking on.
Garp gets bloodied by the Dawn, bro, and he's gonna be Blackbeard.
I think to be honest, I don't even think we can do Kizaru because Aokiji can beat Kizaru. We ain't got to put no. Yeah. We ain't got to put no. We'll take our odds in that fight. We'll take our odds in that fight. We'll throw another Yonko on somebody else. We'll take our odds in that fight. Like you can't tell us he gonna lose.
Shanks and Big Mom, y'all, who's gonna fight Big Mom in this case? Sudo? What the fuck?
Exactly. He's stomping that bitch up.
Yeah, she's strong, but she's not Admiral level. She's not fighting any of the Yonko.
Can we talk about
meteors on Big Mom's?
Can we address what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
But listen, I fucked up in saying all three of them at once. Like, if we go down the line, we will match up all four admirals and all four Yonko. But with these four admirals, where whoever you want to match up, we're adding Garp and Sengoku and Kong to each of those battles to where they're.
So they just pop in for help all the time, and we don't, and our niggas just by themselves.
You guys can start adding other matchups, but that's who's fighting who.
Commanders and
I mean, the data book says that Blackbeard with just the Yami fruit could beat like an admiral.
No, you read it.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
In the original
What is up
setting,
with too many data books and now they're not saying what they're saying?
Hold on. He said in the original setting, he imagined that he was gonna have Blackbeard just with the Yami beat all three admirals in the original setting. So that's not in the story now.
In the original setting of Blackbeard Yami no Mi, he was even able to what you're saying, like that's not what's stated in the data book. Can you post me a panel with that interpretation?
You just read off what it said, and it did not go with what you said.
He ain't read nothing off. He just told you what he remembered. He ain't read like what he doing.
I have it in the VC. It says in the original setting of Blackbeard Yami no Mi.
He just read it.
In the original setting, Nami had a fucking robot arm and a big ass ass.
Original setting, Mihawk is coming.
That's crazy. Are you gonna take it back with it? Like you really just read it? Like
So I guess Nami has a robot arm and a big ass axe, right? Huh?
No, but by original setting, what do you mean? In the setting of the story, or just Blackbeard?
The original intentions of Oda, that's what he was going to do, but he did not decide upon that and changed it. That is what that means.
Damn, Spotty.
The one thing I want to bring up though is, can we talk about how your guys' team captain left? How he quit?
Who was our captain?
I'm talking about Dan. Dan was their captain, and he left. Yeah, we bodied him. Anyways, go on.
He's not the captain.
Oh,
He's definitely the captain. This is Dan. No, you're not going to talk about my Dan that way. Dan's your captain. No, anyways, keep going. No time to see us. Anyways.
I'm talking about you, Captain EOL. We'll smash your ass. Fuck wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you, boy?
Since yesterday, Rufy agreed with us on the treasure cruise thing, that we take games as canon. Shanks can stop time indefinitely. Yeah, no, he was there and he.
I mean, if we want to agree on treasure cruises, we know that
Whitebeard. I'm talking about Pirate Warriors 3, baby.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay, Pirate Warriors 3.
We're bringing in games.
So here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about you bringing that up. Whitebeard was 100% stated to be the strongest man in the world during, before, and after Marineford.
How you doing, man?
The funny thing about that is, in Treasure Cruise for Akainus, if you want the picture, it says Admiral at the Navy headquarters who fought evenly with Whitebeard, lived to tell the tale. So Akainus
I don't know if y'all want to hear Drake speak.
So we're not going to go around that Treasure Cruise bullshit. If you want to go down that line, that's pre-time skip Akainu. So we already know Akainu's stronger right now.
That's facts. And then, anyways, so what I was saying though is that Shanks can stop time forever. So, and then also the Moria and Blackbeard teamed up, right? And Blackbeard stole Moria's fruit, got his fruit, and then literally the entire world had to team up to fight down Blackbeard by himself. So
that was like in the second one, right?
That was in the third one. That was the entire story. It was by Oda too, which is awesome. And we see that happening right now. Just saying, so you know.
Aokiji beating the shit out of Kizaru.
Aokiji's not beating Kizaru.
Aokiji's beating Kizaru. Aokiji's beating Kizaru.
You know exactly what happens to Aokiji's ice when it goes up against Kizaru's lasers. It gets fucking dismantled.
We saw that?
Yes, we have seen that. We have seen that.
When did we see that? Can you tell me when we saw it? Can you tell me when the most?
I remember when Luffy was fleeing from.
If I remembered, I wouldn't be asking you to tell me.
During the end of Marineford, when Aokiji literally froze the ocean to the point where he couldn't no more, and then after that, Kizaru literally did the Yakasami no Jewel, and it broke through all of that ice with relative.
Like one piece of ice. Like, can't he just keep making ice? Like,
and Kizaru's Viva card literally says he can do infinite lasers. Infinite.
Yeah. Okay.
And his wait. Super cool. His observation was so good that it literally saw that Luffy was still dead. That he thought Luffy was dead.
Yeah.
Luffy was alive. It's crazy. Really good observation. Oh, and can we talk about Fuji, who had a really good observation and actually killed some of his old men, calling down a meteor? Crazy. Top tier, definitely. Yes.
I mean, I remember Big Mom.
We can talk about Big Mom being held back by fucking Chopper in Brooklyn.
And herself after starving herself. And herself.
Yeah, like,
talk about everything that happened. Use all the context of what happened in that situation. It wasn't just them three niggas.
No, she's fully fed now, bro. So they don't.
You know, if this war goes on for more than 12 hours, she's dying from starvation with her fat ass.
Why?
She has fructose, bro.
We just have cracker makers and biscuits and have smoothie.
Yeah, like you
No,
understand,
no,
like she
no,
can't.
craving something.
That's a different situation. She chases the things that she wants. Like we know that for a fact, and the whole purpose of. Can I talk for a second?
Doflamingo already parasite cracker. He's clapping.
Oh,
for
he's
us.
not gonna let you talk.
He's clapping
So
for us.
who's gonna slap? Goddamn, like what's Doflamingo gonna do when somebody stronger just pop in and slap his ass? Like,
No,
is he still?
What if Category sees that happens? Then he just dice mochis on.
Category gets popped. He gets fucking loaded.
And then what have Vista come in and stop him again? So like, what are you talking about?
Wait.
When was Vista in this?
Vista's
Vista, it ain't no white bitch. It ain't no Yonko. All right, my bad. That's on me.
Super cool though. What's weird though, super cool, is didn't Fuji, the one with shit observation, grab the parasite easily?
Oh, it doesn't have observation.
Yeah.
Like the parasite is avoidable.
Yeah.
The trash
Category can't
bag,
get
the blind guy got a fucking Dofi string. Weird.
Yeah, Roofy, does Doflamingo beat Katakuri?
It's extreme.
Bro, we just literally you put Cracker and Doflamingo and
We want an answer from him. We want his answer to the question. We don't want your answer. We want his answer because we know what he thinks.
Oh, and it's on record.
I would say extreme doesn't go either way.
You never said that before to this argument. And I want to keep this same energy.
I mean,
I'm pulling cards today. Y'all know how y'all rocking the Discord. Don't change up.
Oh no, but we on a team now.
Literally, you have it set where Cracker and Doflamingo and Katakuri are all fighting. Like you have to balance it out.
Okay, so while Cracker's fighting Doflamingo, who's Katakuri going to be fighting in your mind?
He gets bodied by Mihawk. It's a loaded.
Bro, King and Katakuri can team up.
I'm putting Ben Beckman on Mihawk. Around with
Weevil's beating Ben Beckman. What are you talking about?
Weevil.
That's young Whitebeard.
Weevil?
Yeah, young Whitebeard. What are you talking about?
Whitebeard. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
okay, young Whitebeard.
5 when he was 10. What do you mean by young Whitebeard?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what you talking about?
Hello?
What?
I mean,
wow.
Well, he wasn't on the season when he was 10, so let's use that common sense.
Wait, do we have anyone on our team? I'm sure there's one person that has poison.
That has poison?
Because I'm pretty sure Jack has poison, right? From Caesar.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Wait.
We have Magellan.
I'm not done. Oh, no. I know. I'm just saying that didn't Mihawk run away from Don Krieg, and we all agreed on that? Because of the poison.
Yeah, that's Dan's biggest point. That
So I mean,
what?
Well, Magellan,
you agree
with
that? Like, come on.
I'm saying, like, answer this for me, Waldo. Can Magellan
answer my question I gave you, bro? Answer my question I gave you. Do you agree with that?
I do.
He left. Did he not leave?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, last time I checked laws, like his one thing that Dofi wanted was the eternal youth surgery. So technically, I mean, you want to be real, we can just have Law make Garp young again, and he'll be fighting level. He's bodying everybody.
We don't even know if that's how it works. Like it could work just like it keeps you in the same state of age as you are. It makes you younger.
Regardless, whoever we give it to, they can fight forever until they won't die.
They can fight
can die. They just can't age after where they're at.
Age, yeah. So
so that's fine. So Law's dead. Okay. So Garp's still the same. So Garp's still the same Garp. Okay, cool.
No, hold on. I did not agree.
No, dude, you're a team. You are a team. That was your words. You are a team. Your team decided.
Oh no.
Yeah. Not today. Not today. Okay, so Law's dead, guys. They agreed on it.
Oh no, Law is definitely not dead. Hold on.
Oh, wait, why not?
So,
and I thought, where did you have Buggy? Because Buggy's
Buggy.
Yeah,
I mean, I personally have him on Shanks' side, and he stabs Kainu in the back. He Squardos. I'm telling you right now, he Squardos Kainu. Kainu's now wounded like Whitebeard was. And then he says Shanks, I'm here. Let's go. And then Mihawk says, I'm coming, buddy.
You consider Buggy a god, and he's on the Warlord side. That's what we agreed.
I'm telling you that he's on the Warlord side at the start, and then he switched sides, turncoats.
We all agreed
because can I finish?
No, you can't finish because
they're cutting me off. No, okay.
They're cohesive units. Your argument's invalid.
It's fine.
Try something else.
doesn't work.
You guys hear this stream? You hear this stream? They won't let me talk.
Yeah, because you're not arguing.
They're pressing me.
Let him talk, boys. Let him talk.
Vergo, moderate.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's what it is.
Come on, man. We got to moderate.
Little hurt, but it's fine.
No, go ahead.
As long as we agree.
I can sit here and argue since.
I know Vergo drinking his ass off.
I can sit here and argue since.
I'm actually not, surprisingly.
Virgo, I can sit here and argue since Buggy's a cohesive unit on our side, he's gonna trick Shanks and act like his friend and then stab him in the heart when he gets close to him.
Oh no!
But he stops time. He says the world though.
Hey, don't you agree that the games are canon? So can't Shanks
Yeah,
top
that's the
time?
thing. Yeah. And he calls down red lightning.
Can he do that, Rufy?
No.
Shut up, CGK.
No, we agreed before this. Literally, the stipulations was we're taking the game's canon. That was a stipulation, and I'm taking it. Oh, and also now that the Verigard's out and Ben Beckman's equal to Shanks, right, or near Shanks, right, whatever you want to take it as. Remember that Garp, right, said that he's on Whitebeard Prime level. Boom, done. 2 Whitebeard Primes, baby.
No, he never said that either.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Just say something that's
You have to drop the panels again. This is crazy.
Yeah, but I think something that hasn't really been explored.
You want me to drop? So if I drop the panel, you're gonna forfeit though, right? When it says that.
No, because the panel.
Oh, see, that's what I thought.
It's only pre-time skip warlords. Remember?
Yo, Tom Brandon.
When Buggy comes from.
What are you talking about, Brandon?
It was only
we agreed to post.
Oh, Brandon's back.
Yeah, bro. Like, Brandon, yo, someone update Brandon because I don't think he knows what we're talking about right now.
No, we did talk about post time too.
Oh, post time.
Yeah, come on, Brandon. See, unlike these guys, I don't,
You guys don't even. Like y'all, like we move as a unit and we know what we're talking about.
Wait, but you just said you agreed, and then you did.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Waldo, you agree that Shanks at top time, Waldo?
I would never say that in my whole fucking
Why
life.
not?
I thought you agreed.
Yeah.
No. I said we.
Nobody agrees with that.
This sounds like they're not on the same page.
We move as a unit. That's what we said.
Yeah, I don't
crazy.
think something that hasn't really been explored is that like we've talked about the Yonko, right? And what about the commanders? What about we touched on Katakuri and like apparently Cracker's getting parasited, I guess, but that doesn't speak for niggas like Mondor and Brule who has unlimited access to any like to the mirrors, and we have niggas like Oven and Daifuku.
In a set vicinity.
Yeah, in a set vicinity. So in a battlefield, right? That's a pretty set vicinity, right?
I mean, what are they really doing with it?
What do you mean? Surprise attacks, guerrilla warfare? Like, what do you mean? What are they doing?
Couldn't Brule? Wait. Couldn't Brule get like a ton of like frogs and animals and make them the same size as like Kaido or a Big Mom or whatever, and then use it that way and put homies in it?
Deception, yeah, that's right.
And then you get a ton of homie-sized Kaidos or Big Bombs or whatever.
Oh my god.
No, for real though. I'm just saying,
we
like,
haven't
that's a
even
fact.
really gotten into like the Yonkos, like the Six Brothers, or even the like Hawkins and fucking Apu and Drake. Like
We got fucking Yugi on our side, baby.
what are your guys' answers for these guys for like RL?
The majority of the and the vice admirals and people.
Oh wait, no, Gumo, the ones you guys were trash. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Can I mention this still real quick?
Yeah.
Like, we talk little about like the countries that are on our side.
Oh, here we go.
And if we talk about Bo and Hancock's country, all of them who are proficient in hockey, right? I think they can combine and defeat some of these commanders all together. As
the ones that lost to pre-time skip Luffy. All right, go ahead.
Not the whole country, no.
No, but the top tiers on that country lost to Luffy.
That's my point.
Did the sisters?
Not the whole country though.
I don't, but did the sisters who are the top tiers of that country, right below Boa, arguably, right? Do we kind of agree on that? What are you doing? Yos, what are you doing? Come on.
You're not answering what he's saying. He's talking about the whole.
No, he's not. He's not. It's crazy.
I am talking about the whole country.
No. You're not answering what he's saying.
I mean, I didn't get to finish my answer, so I don't know.
Last time I checked, we can just put up a transponder snail of Boa's face, and she can turn your entire side into fucking stone.
Oh no!
To be honest, at least a good quarter of it. Okay.
Aokichi's getting bodied, bro. Aokichi's gonna get bodied by that, man.
That's a fact. No. So half of your forces are already gone. 75% of them. They're all
that's the top tier gone already, guys.
I mean, it's not like she can turn the biscuits into like stone because
she literally turned.
She can turn them into stone if she wants to kick them.
She's just gonna make biscuit eye shields.
Why do you keep going back to the biscuits when Cracker's already parasited? Come on now.
Yeah, to be honest, okay. So
I mean, didn't we establish that Katakuri is just going to knock Doflamingo out the sky when that happens?
Then we already established that Mihawk slow dipping Katakuri and King at the same time.
Wait, when did we just what?
Okay, we agreed to that? No, the hell we didn't.
No, but the Mihawk beats Katakuri. No, we all agreed.
King and Katakuri at the same time. He load like, come on now, like
What?
Mihawk showed no restraint at the Marineford War, and he couldn't hit Luffy. Like, what are you talking about?
I thought we were about the Katakuri.
Yeah, the guy who said he was going all out, can't hold back, right? Couldn't hit Luffy pre-time skip.
Yeah, and Mr. held him off.
And then there, now you have wait. Now you have Katakuri who's dodging, right, and keeping up, if not excelling past post-time skip Luffy.
Luffy had to have people.
Weird.
Luffy had to have people come in and save him. Luffy saw into the future and saw that his hands were going to be cut if he even tried to fight this dude.
Oh, so he had future sight back then, did he?
Future sight back then? Is that what you're saying? He saw him in the future.
I mean, he saw the future somehow.
Yes or no? Because I'm going to remind you of this later.
Because he might maybe seeing into the future and seeing into the future are two different things.
He could have used a basic observation for that.
Oh, now we're searching it up, huh?
See, future sight is basic observation.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I mean,
I agree that
future sight it could have been basic observation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you agree that Vista saved Luffy, right? He held off Mihawk.
Yeah.
Do you think Vista's just on a totally different level than someone like Katakuri or Ben Beckman?
No.
No, so like, why is it crazy to say that like Katakuri or Ben Beckman can't do the same thing Vista did to Mihawk?
There's a difference between holding him off and actually.
Why would they be able to do better? Aren't they way stronger than
He's
Vista?
asking me a question. They can hold them off, but I mean, they can hold them off, but they're not going to beat him in a long period of fight. They're not doing it. They're not beating this guy.
The Straw has held him off.
Fought against one of your guys in the past, and they had a legendary duel, and they always hype him to be his rival.
Keyword in the past.
When they were younger, exactly.
Who did Mihawk beat? Like actually beat at Marineford? Can you remember me?
Nobody.
Who beat who? What? Mr. One? Did Mr. One get back up right away?
Yeah. I mean, Crocodile held off Mihawk too. Like,
yeah, Crocodile held off Mihawk.
They won.
Your whole point before clashes don't mean much when we were talking about CP0 and Blackbeard.
You're saying he couldn't put down any of these people in over extended periods of time.
He couldn't put them down. I never said they couldn't
do it.
He didn't do it, yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't do that.
I'm just saying, in this war, where you're saying, oh, he's just going to low diff King and Katakuri at the same time. Well, the story doesn't suggest that.
I mean, just so you know, in this theoretical, we have Germa and their entire kingdom as well, and all of their scientific tools.
Wait, but didn't Germa start going to Big Mom at the time?
No, they didn't. They were at this time that we're arguing. They were not under Big Mom.
Oh, interesting.
They never finalized the.
The more you dehype Mihawk, the more you dehype Shanks, because Mihawk is.
No, we're never dehype Shanks.
No, it's not. What the hell? You equate those two so.
Shanks asked Mihawk if he want. Shanks asked Mihawk if he wanted to fight. Mihawk said no. Then they show up to Marineford. Another chance for him to fight. Mihawk walks away.
I was speaking, but in Mihawk,
he's a has-been, huh?
All right, are you gonna keep speaking?
No, I mean, we've cut me off. So go ahead, buddy.
In Mihawk's memory card, they say Mihawk is looking for someone who is stronger than Shanks. And also, he has the title of the world's strongest swordsman.
Shanks, in name and actuality.
Shanks, in the data book, was said to be a swordsman. He had swordsmanship.
You know what's funny, though? Isn't there a sword? Isn't there a sword god?
Mihawk, the more you dehype Shanks, he's weaker than him.
But again, you never answered my two questions, which was he didn't want to fight Shanks when he showed up in front of him. I'm not done.
Let him go.
Yeah, come on, what's going on?
That's animal instincts. You can't.
Yeah, not for real, leprechauns. Anyways, but yeah, so literally he shows up to Marineford, right? Another opportunity to fight him, right? In other top tiers to test himself, right? Because that's Mihawk's whole thing is seeing strong swordsmen, and there's a bunch of people that show up from Shanks' crew, and he still doesn't want it. Crazy.
All right, you done? The answer I'm going to give you, Mihawk already gave his answer already. He said that he does not want to fight a one-armed has-been. So he's not interested in fighting Shanks at this point.
He said he's the has-been.
Can we take a second break? Can we take a second right fast, Vergo? What is the chat saying? What is the chat going on? What are they saying?
What have they been saying about all this?
And then Ben's also there, is he not? And so it's like two guys with swords.
That is saying quite a lot. I'm going to deviate from the conversation if I tell you what they say.
Never mind.
They're saying like, well, they're kind of voting on winners already, which hasn't even ended. It's like
Oh yeah, Vergo. Yeah, Vergo. Don't do him like that.
I'm not
You
gonna.
dehyped him.
Keep on debating. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. All I'm saying is back to that question, Waldo. Like, even if you want to argue that, right, which I 100% don't agree with, and I know you don't agree with, is weren't there other people on Shanks' crew that had swords? Why didn't he want to test the strength against them?
Because why would he fight someone weaker? He's looking. His victory card says that he's looking for someone stronger than Shanks. He's not going to settle for someone weaker. Right now, there is no one as in swordsmanship
that's stronger than Shanks. So Shanks is the strongest. Kizaru uses a sword. Aokichi could use a sword. All these other people use swords. Okay, cool.
These guys are not stronger than Shanks with a sword, bro.
No, I know. We're agreeing. Shanks is the best.
No, I'm telling you, Mihawk.
We agree. I agree.
Mihawk is the strongest. I'm telling you. I'm clarifying what I'm saying because you're not listening.
I think I'm listening. I don't
Mihawk
think
is
you were.
the best, and he's looking for someone better. Shanks is not it.
I mean,
So
we haven't even
Shanks
talked
is the
about the fact that Vegapunk has a whole fucking weapon that's equivalent to all the warlords.
Can you tell me what that weapon is?
What
Whatever
does
it
it
is,
do?
it's equivalent to however strong the warlords are. So
So
however,
how you tell me you don't know nothing about it? Fucking dumbass.
we gonna sit here and talk about it because it exists. It's
Yeah,
whatever that
it's a
weapon
moot
is.
point because we don't really.
I'm saying, what
Whatever
is
that
it?
weapon
Yeah,
is.
exactly. It's a moot point.
I mean,
Whatever
I
that weapon
agree,
is.
but I'm saying, what is that weapon?
I don't know. I don't
All
care
right,
what
then.
it is.
Okay.
It's strong enough to fuck up fucking most of your entire.
So if we're using things that we...
Hold on.
Oh, go
If we're
ahead.
doing
Get
that,
him.
then Kaido has sea stone weapons. Then
Yeah, he
sea stone
does.
weapons that were
We
used.
already know Kaido has sea stone weapons.
All right,
Sea Stone homie weapons.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like the
homie. Yeah, what the hell?
yeah, and the
And the homies got
strongest.
sea stone weapons too. And come on, what the hell are we talking
Yeah,
about?
the strongest.
Crackers, Business Soldier also have sea stone weapons.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have
and the
sea stone
Crackers
weapons,
Biscuit
too.
soldiers are on our side. They're parasited.
No, we
No,
just
they're
agreed.
not. No, they're not. They
Yeah,
can't go
Fuji
against.
can
They
stop
can't go
it.
against the creator. What the fuck? That makes no sense.
Not even that, but
If you guys are, you're
Yeah,
saying Cracker is going to be parasite the whole war. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's gonna have Crackers fucking clap right for him.
I'm still confused how he gets parasited.
No, I'm saying
That's
like,
the same.
Like, if he starts in his biscuit, how does he get
Do
parasite?
you guys think those strings are faster than Gear 4? Because we saw otherwise.
No,
Yeah,
Crackers keeping
no, and
it with Gear 4.
And that's assuming that
Yeah,
they
it's
can.
crazy.
That's assuming that they can control like inanimate objects, like
close
as
range,
far as
no.
puppets.
No one
that's
said
created by
that.
somebody else.
No one talked about the parasites. Fucking parasiting.
You just said they were
Just
parasite. You
use
just
it.
said that. Yeah, what the
Cracker
fuck?
himself is parasited, and he can.
No, he's
still-
not. Why would he
this
get
guy
parasite?
here
Like,
is-
we've
yo, this
seen
guy
the
is
parasite
crazy.
can be dodged and avoided.
Like,
So, like, what makes you say? What?
Fuji did it.
What are you told? Literally caught the parasite.
Anime, bro. That didn't happen.
Oh, so now we're using the anime. When
Yeah, I
Dan was
thought
using it
you
earlier.
say all the time that the anime is canon. Like,
Yeah.
is it canon or not?
Dressrosa.
Why is it not a Dressrosa?
Whoa, what
Why is it
the
not
hell?
Dressrosa?
Well, that's a whole nother argument. Bro.
Oh, is it?
No, yeah, because you know you're wrong. Yeah, you either take the
whole
anime.
other
Oh no!
Argument. You want to really get into
You already knew the danger, Waldo. So we see footage of
I mean, why are you arguing for the anime when you know for a fact that you argue every time that you don't?
Yo, Waldo, I offered you a chance to join our side, Waldo. You tried to
Yeah.
chose to
Your
the
side is wrong, bro. We literally have
animation, like,
we have more top tiers than your side.
Oda says the anime's canon.
Found something that can deal with Garp and Sengoku.
Wait, what?
We haven't found something that can deal with Garp and Sengoku.
We have plenty of things that can deal with Garp and Sengoku. Like we have Commander, like Smoothie, King. Like, you think they can fight Garp or Sengoku? They can't
I
fight
don't
them.
think y'all. I don't like to be fair.
Legends of the Marines, and I thought you said
Hold on,
King
hold
could be fighting Mihawk. How does that make sense?
Well, Queen then. Queen.
Hold on,
I didn't bring Queen into. I didn't bring King into the thing.
Queen done.
Buddy, can I make a point real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't think y'all really made a strong argument to say, and this is just from my because I'm kind of biased, but I don't think y'all really made a strong argument to deal with all of our numbers, all of them. I don't think y'all made a really strong argument.
All 2.7 million.
We have supplements. Like, again, we have like Big Mom's Vast Information Network. We have the fact that Brule has access to a little pocket dimension that she can use on the battlefield.
Spider, don't we have the underworld government too?
Oh, go ahead, Stillbrain. Go ahead.
Don't we have the underworld as well? That's because they ally with Big Mom.
The Soulburn, no, they don't ally with the Yonkos. They ally with anybody who gives a fuck.
Exactly.
And Doflamingo's the king of the underworld, so that would mean that the world be all outside.
Back to the stuff I was saying. Like, we have like those two things I mentioned. We have Caesar gas weapons that Kaido has access to. We have the Sea Stone weapon. And the fact, and you guys have not convinced me that, like, as far as the top brass, like, they're not beat. Like, again,
You realize Caesar's on our side.
Like,
You realize Caesar is on our side. He's under Doflamingo, and Doflamingo is under us.
Okay, but
no,
like, Jack
Dofi's
still
under
has the
Kaido.
weapons. Jack still has the weapons. What do
Dofi
you?
was allied with Kaido, and he was under the world government. He was
That's like
more
saying
affiliated with the world
Jack
government.
doesn't have. That's like saying Kaido doesn't have any of his smell fruits though. But he does. Like he has that shit. Like he bought it from Caesar.
The Flamingos decided to side
Okay, and they can
with
cut
Kaido
ties
over
right
the
then and
Marine.
there, and Caesar can hand out
Okay, it wouldn't really
power
matter.
to
He can still
whoever the
have
fuck.
those weapons. Like, do you think the weapons are bad for it?
All those army soldiers that we mentioned, the 2.7 million of them, we can say that Caesar just hands out smile fruits to all of them and makes them stronger as well.
Caesar's with us.
Caesar's not with you guys. He's
Yes,
under
he is.
Doflamingo.
And Doflamingo's under who?
Doflamingo is under us. We already agreed to this. Why are you trying to change the argument again?
Being on the warlord side, you can't why would mid argument you would say
like come on, we're being a
So do you guys
But
think
like, that's
Caesar?
not how that works. So either way, that's not how that works. So you can't just give out smile fruits because those they take time to process and create, bro. Like,
They already have a amount that's ready to ship out.
like unless we like have we set a time frame of how long this battle's gonna last? Is it 1 day? Is it like?
So you know, if it's longer than 12 hours, Big Mom's starving to death.
It would take time for Caesar to mass
What food
produce.
is Big
Like,
Mom
fruits
craving
like
for to
that.
be
So
starving?
you think this whole battle is going to be taking place in 1 day?
Either way, it's gonna take more than like several. It's gonna take
way
more
more than 1 day.
It's gonna take like a week.
It might take months.
I mean, you haven't even answered how like most of these commanders are
Like,
gonna
you
fight.
realize like World War II lasted for years, bro.
Yeah,
All
you
these
give any warriors top commanders.
admirals or like Magellan.
That's another thing. We're not asking
We
you.
haven't really even been talking about Kaido's like top
Who's gonna
commander.
fight against Kuma? Who's gonna fight against Boa?
You.
Like, you haven't even answered most of these shit.
Can we talk about how
Just so they remember as well, Boa already turned half of their forces into stone.
Wait, why are you saying this?
No,
What's going on?
If you're doing that, then we could just say that they stabbed themselves so they don't turn to stone. No, it's fine.
If
They
Egypt
stabbed
already in
themselves and they don't turn to
stone,
stone. That's
Kong
it.
is free, so who's Kong gonna fight?
Bro, we're not strong. How strong is Kong?
Kong
How
with the free
Strong as Rayleigh, Sengoku, and Garp.
No. Right now, how strong is Kong? Right now. The
Strong
only
as,
Kong is doing
Garp is
Side Mouth
strong as Rayleigh, Sengoku, and Garp.
So Kong fights Rayleigh. Okay, there we go.
Actually, Kong can fight Lucky Roo. We can
No,
fight
yeah,
Lucky
he
Roo.
is. He's a Shanks affiliate.
Like we haven't mentioned, yes, Alvin Ben. We haven't mentioned any of Shanks' niggas who didn't have.
Did you mention Ben Batman?
Yeah, I'll explain.
Like 2 out of like 10 people, bro.
I'll explain. Wait. Can I explain why Rayleigh's in there? Remember when Rayleigh's training Luffy, right? They come back. I'll post time skip. What does Rayleigh say? Something along the lines of, "You're not going to mess with my disciple, right?" Isn't Shanks his disciple as well? Yeah.
Bro,
got him again with facts. It's hard being
We haven't even like finalized the top tier fight. So like you're saying, well, who's fighting who? We actually, to be honest, in the string, we haven't even decided on that.
No, I know they keep bullshit.
We kind of been like just winging it, really. So
Alright, name a person that you want to match up. Like, come on, like, why are you bullshitting about it?
like I don't care who gives the platitudes, but like I'm just gonna like 'cause, again, Suru is like she's definitely not a top tier. I'll give you Kong and maybe
We didn't even say anything.
Yeah, she is. She's literally regarded
level.
as
She first commander level.
commander level.
Commander level.
What level though? What level?
She's definitely commander level.
Yeah,
that's not bullshit. Unlike these guys, I don't lie. I mean, am I wrong? I'd say she's first commander level. That'd be me.
Just so you know, you do not want Tsuru to fight against any of Kaido's crew members because they're all evil bastards, and Tsuru literally washed every fucking evil person out of existence.
It's not. They're not. Some of it. She wouldn't make them perfect.
Literally washes out them.
Yeah, but it's not perfect. It doesn't cleanse them perfectly. Like
yes, it does. It cleanses their heart of evil.
She didn't cleanse Jack, and her and Fujitora went up against Jack, and Jack is still evil.
She didn't need to.
No, because she couldn't. She couldn't, Rufy. She couldn't.
She's strong.
I just can't believe y'all said Seward was first commander level. That's crazy.
She definitely is.
She has somebody as strong as. Wait, hold on. Hold on. She has somebody as strong as Doflamingo running away from her. Doflamingo's been running away from her for years.
10 years. Over
that was a long time ago. She was younger back then.
How young?
Hey, yo, Vergo, thanks for letting me on stream, though. My phone about to die. I said thank you for letting me on stream. My phone's about to die, though, so I'm about to bow out.
Absolutely,
man. I apologize.
Any last words you have before you leave?
No, we big bodied these niggas. Like
Yeah,
these
that's
niggas
facts.
is trash. Like we big bodied them. Like, hey, everybody in the comments,
I guess you don't like
everybody in the
Magellan.
comments, y'all already know what it is. If y'all want to be on the right side of history, y'all know who y'all got to vote for.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Like, Bobbin for making all those niggas fall
subscribe to
asleep.
Vergo
Can't
stream.
Bobbin just make all the Marines fall asleep with his weird ass powers? What's stopping him from doing that?
God stop, shoots him in the back. He's dead. Okay.
Tommy's already big.
Bobbin's on our side. Bobbin's on our side.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Come on,
Yeah, what the fuck, Chris?
I'm playing League. We've been winning so much that I decided to start playing games.
Bobbin's the same one that died from bullets. Like, come on.
That's
We
fine.
can't-
In the back.
Anything about his power?
Dead.
Oh wait, did he go to other countries and solo them though?
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like Diesel, who's literally the most poop person in Big Mom's crew, can solo a country. Bobbin can solo a country.
Randolph did it.
Exactly. Like
Civilians. not,
No, that's fine though. It's a country. So of those 170 that you guys have,
we got a side that destroys countries too.
of
They
those
got a
170 that you have. Can we talk about the Buster call? So who's in the Buster call?
You guys get body bag.
Who's in the Buster call? Wait, can I get names? And
They asked for 7 vice admirals and a Buster
yeah,
call.
7 vice admirals, right? The ones
They,
that were like
that
Unagumo?
commanded. That commanded. It's only the ships that destroy the island. You only need 7 ships to destroy an island, and we have hundreds upon hundreds of ships.
Marco in a fight.
So wait, let's talk about those 7 vice admirals, like the ones like Bastille, who Maynard, who Barto one shot. Like off screened. That's how easy it was for him.
Bastille. What did you say Bastille?
I was gonna say Sabo, but that's also there. My point being that they got one shot every time we see them. So
I mean, that is a weaker.
But that's on the 7, huh?
Only
That's on the 7 though.
Only Gumo.
That you guys threw his fodder. That EOS went out his way to save his fodder. Go ahead.
Only Gumo is strong enough to catch Marco, who's the first commander.
That's not what EOS did earlier though. So.
Oh no, I never called him fodder at all.
You realize
you
that the commanders of the Whitebeard Pirates were so. Listen, the commanders of the Whitebeard Pirates are really fucking strong, and the Allied pirates fought against those commanders so that Whitebeard could get them under his wing. And these allies were so strong that one of the commanders himself couldn't even beat I think his name's Dobama or whatever. He has the red bandana. He literally had to get double teamed by Ace and Thatch, and Momongo was fighting him by himself. So
no, he ran to Momongo.
No, he did not. Momongo fought him by himself easily. What are you talking about?
We see them fight, and then later we see whatever his name
is.
And
we literally see that Momongo was able to fight him by himself. So Momongo can fight Ace and Thatch by himself.
No, but you just ignored exactly what I just said.
Nope. Momongo can fight Ace and Thatch by himself.
So guys, if we see someone fighting each other, and then we see the other guy later, right?
Do you remember the plan for the Marines? The plan for the Marines was
back him up. They said
the Marines' plan was to back up after they were fighting them, so that they could enclose them in the encircling walls. That is why Momongo left the fight.
Away. As long as he ran away.
He didn't run away.
Nope.
It's called strategy, bud.
Did he move backwards? Yes or no?
Something that you're not really doing right now.
Did he go backwards? Yes or no?
He went backwards. That's not running away.
Yeah, got him. Yeah.
Damn, these commanders, it's not looking good, bro. Because
for you guys, I agree.
The vice, we've seen the vice admirals are feetless, but they get destroyed.
What's going on? I can't speak.
Well, I didn't even hear you. My bad.
Yeah, no, you were quiet.
He's we know that Kuma, like we don't even know who on your side can even deal with him.
With Kuma.
With
Kuma, the slave Kuma, the one that was on his feet.
Oh no!
I remember
the one that Charles
had no trouble dealing with Kuma.
Kuma, the one that can fight for 2 years, the one that can fight for 2 years straight without fucking eating or sleeping. Yeah, that Kuma.
Yeah, but now he's a robot.
He's a robot.
Yeah, he's
staying there. He's staying there as a slave. He's literally a slave.
That's even better.
Like I seen Ivankov, I'm like,
upgrades,
take care of Kuma pretty easily.
Oh no! 12 years of Kuma.
Yeah, like Ivankov took care of Kuma pretty easily.
Magellan, who's also on our side. Anyway.
Magellan bodied.
I remember Magellan getting put on his knees by one.
Magellan bodied Blackbeard through.
And I remember Blackbeard being thrown the fucking back by a pistol. By a gun pistol.
Wait. So isn't Shiliu equal to Magellan then?
Wait, Shiliu? What? Who?
Shiliu?
Shiryu.
He's not equal to Magellan.
He's not equal to
Magellan.
He's on his level, but he's not equal to him.
They're not equal to.
And plus, he was scared of him.
That doesn't mean that doesn't change anything.
No, it changed a lot.
It's that proof.
It doesn't change anything, bro.
What do you think him being scared means?
You can have fear for someone, but still be like, what does that say about your own strength?
Yeah, exactly.
It literally says underestimating Magellan means death. He's a poison man. You should fear.
I like that. If you're scared of someone, you're on their level, right? Are we agree on that?
Yes. He was on his level.
Okay, so what's that? No. Can we go specific though? What does that mean? If I'm scared of someone else, how close am I to them?
That means that most likely Magellan's gonna win. That's
okay,
the whole
so I agree. Okay, now you know wasn't Akainu scared of Shanks?
No,
he wasn't.
Yeah, no, he was. He showed up and he started sweating bullets, bro.
And he said,
nah.
What makes you think he's gonna be fucking scared of a one-armed has-been compared to the world's strongest man?
So Jenny, with the photo, okay, I got you.
True. He was fighting against
Whitebeard. Let's just Google Akainu scared.
Whitebeard, who stated to be the world's strongest man. Why would he be scared to fight against someone weaker than Whitebeard?
You're kind of credulous, Waldo, saying like Magellan's not equal to Shiryu. They say I'll post the panel in the.
They're not equal. No, they're not.
It says he's as powerful and he's probably even more deadly. Based
no,
on
that's not what they're saying. They say based off experience because.
Yeah, okay, and before that they say he's as powerful.
Deadly.
Like we're on screen, guys. Can we not play the scanning game? Like, please.
Let's bring out the context for them because he didn't read it out.
Oh, he didn't.
I'm posting the panel. I post the panel in general. Like,
yeah, but it's fucked up because they can't even see the panel. But hold on.
Out for them.
His name was Shiryu of the Rain. He was as powerful as Warden Magellan. Considering Warden's Magellan's lack of experience, Shiryu may have been even more deadly. So tell me, where am I taking the context away?
Because you're lack of experience.
No. Ivankov says that before that. He says he's as powerful.
Magellan doesn't work because
Can I finish? You wanted the context, but
he's more deadly because he's able to work the entire time while Magellan's taking a shit most of the time.
That's fine. Yeah, with that experience, he's probably more deadly. But the two things. He says being as powerful before that. He's not equating the two.
No, but here's my thing, Spidey. Right? They have no idea how strong Magellan would be if he worked all day, just like Shiryu. That's the point I'm making.
But I do like your point though earlier, guys, where you said that he's shitting all day, so he's on the toilet. So during his fights, he's on the toilet.
No,
majority of
that is true though. Like he's gonna be taking a shit for a majority of this fight.
But when he's out there, he's gonna be
And to be honest, like Smoothie can just ring out the poison, like unless he uses like his strongest poison, right? Like she did that for what's her name, Reiju. She can do that to other people, can't she?
She did it on one specific body part, but have we ever seen her ring out her entire body?
You can't do a Venom Demon, bro.
She's not ringing out.
As soon as you get touched by one drop of Venom Demon, it literally erodes and spreads throughout your entire body.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah, but how do we know that the way Smoothie's powers work, she can't ring out?
Her body is already eroded.
Like hear me out. We see her ring out like a molten rock, bro, that has no kind of liquid in it. Like her powers aren't conventional. So like, say for instance, she gets poisoned by Venom Demon. She can just ring out the essence of the poison.
No, but she would have to do it in an instant. That's the problem. She would have to do it at an instant. You don't
I'm just saying you can't say she can't do that because based on what she's done in the story, she's rung out.
But she hasn't done it in an instant. It takes time. Time that she does not have. You know?
And that's only considering one drop of that poison on her. Now, if she gets fucking washed with it, she's not wringing that out.
In the anime, doesn't she like all she has to do is touch like the tip of you with her sword, and that's instant like dejuicification?
She has to stab you with it.
Yeah. So yeah.
And that takes time. That takes time as well. And it's not just like right away. She has like a bunch of juice in her. It sucks it up. It's like a syringe.
So you're saying like, well, it's a moot point because you guys aren't saying she can't do it. You're saying she takes time. So like, that's fine. So you want to end the stream, bro? Because I got to go do laundry. And I think most of the people left.
I didn't have. You were just laundry, bro.
Leave the man alone.
What, Spidey?
What happened?
I'm kidding. I'm messing around.
I didn't even hear you.
Before I do so, hey chat, let's vote. Who won?
Yeah.
Yonko side or the World Cup side?
I remember the end of the series is going to be the Navy going down. So.
And that's what Luffy.
Guys, remember we didn't even talk about Luffy, guys. Keep that in mind.
Luffy's not in the match.
Oh, now they're gonna nerf us.
Don't do
We
that.
agree.
Now they're gonna nerf us.
But
Okay, we have
just keep in mind, we still have other top. We didn't even mention that kind
Yeah, I didn't even mention I've been boiling the single.
We really didn't even go down the line.
We didn't mention Green Bull and shit like that. We didn't. No one's even fighting.
What does Green Bull do? What does Green Bull do? Tell me.
Top tier fight.
What does Green Bull do?
The other top tier out.
Wait, Waldo, what does Green Bull do? What does Green Bull do?
You told Flamingo said Green Bull's a monster, so he's a fucking monster.
Green Bull and Fuji, from what we've been given, they're fighting, right? Against fucking a squirrel boy, right? A gay giant, a crow guy that mumbles, and Sabo.
And what is the results? You don't know. So
no, you're right. We don't know. Maybe they lost.
maybe Fuji let Sabo go like he did.
Oh, did he? Did he?
Did. We don't know.
Yeah, we did well.
Bro, what is Anthony? Don't get your mans, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Word government. Personally, I believe it's not even close, bro. I think it's a mid diff. Shakes gets bodied by B-Hawk, you know.
Oh, I'm gonna remember this one though.
You don't count.
I do. Who's stopping that monster? I don't know.
I counted like 3 votes, Vergo.
Someone said a draw. Okay.
Someone said a draw. I don't know how. It's like kind of one-sided with the world government. But,
You gotta make a poll. You gotta make a poll. What's going on?
I see another one that says world government. Oh no.
Oh, do you? Do you? Is it Waldo?
It's Waldo.
Where are you guys seeing this?
I see Yonko wins.
I haven't been watching the stream.
I got you. I got you. No, don't worry about it. I got you.
Who's on a match because he ain't
I'm gonna let it go. You know what? Who knows how to make a straw poll?
I'm doing it right now. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, you doing it?
All right, we're gonna make a straw poll and we're gonna have that be voted on. Who is the better debater, the Yonko side or the world government side?
Don't be a pussy,
I'm
bro.
seeing a lot of-
Either way, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with all y'all, man, for coming through.
I had fun.
Yeah, fuck with all y'all for coming through. Boy, there was like 48 people.
So y'all know all the Yonko literally get double teamed in low diff.
No.
Yo, man, Hemmings might have a point. I don't. It's kind of crazy. Like,
remember what Don
I know
Flamingo
you
said?
didn't be as popular, Virgo.
What Don Flamingo said? Justice
EOS,
at the top. Who's at the top right now? The
There you
world
go, buddy.
government. That's what. That's what.
48 niggas came through, bro. That's what's up, bro.
You
it's
gotta
crazy,
remember.
man. Who would have ever thought?
I don't think people realize that the world government fights against the Revolutionary Army, the Yonkos, and all the other pirates in the entire world all at one time.
At the same time? At the same time? No.
the same time, yes, they do.
Don't, bro.
Hey, Spidey, what happened to all 3 of their untouchable government
Yeah,
facilities?
Luffy with like the shipwrights from like Water 7, like destroyed Emmy's life, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only 3 votes.
Oh shit! The Bucks just tied it up. Let's go!
I'm not even watching the game. I'm not even watching the game.
Fuck you, Waldo.
Wait, well, what's the score? What's the score?
96,
It was 96-94. The Raptors were winning, and the Bucks just tied it up with 2 seconds left.
This is a
We're
fish
going to overtime, little bitch.
Raptors are gonna win. Don't worry.
Hey,
bro.
just so y'all know, Kawhi about to hit that game winner again.
Hey, chill out.
Yikes. That's
My
crazy.
team's gonna be lit again tonight.
Yo, I swear to God, yo, if you get sweep this series, my nigga, the
Nah.
Raptors
Hey,
are
bro. Hey,
Chill out.
hey, everybody. If the Raptors get sweep, Waldo's leaving
the
this
Raptors
sport.
are garbage, yo. The Raptors, no one can ever tell me the Raptors are garbage if they get sweep, bro.
Hey,
What does that say about the Sixers then?
hey,
Shut the
hey,
fuck
if the Raptors get sweep, change your name to Vergo is my master.
Ooh.
Might have to do that.
I'm with the Sixers, Waldo. Fuck.
I just can't believe y'all niggas said Sewer was first commander level.
Okay,
No, she definitely is.
I don't know if they're
answer based on how they
He's definitely commander level.
That's crazy. Yeah, but what do you mean by commander level? Because for me, commander level is like oven up.
Definitely
Niggas like oven.
tracker and above.
Like wherever you think Garp is, I put her slightly lower, personally.
He's from that generation, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like she was fighting Roger, like by herself at points in time.
I guess you guys are allowed to
That's
vote.
like that, but that's like me saying Bonnie it would be as strong as Luffy. Like they're from the same generation, but like some people were
All
strong.
right, 2 more minutes. You guys got to vote on the straw poll.
How I feel about Bonnie, bro?
Working.
Key, man.
I'm not
Yo,
so.
hey, Waldo, as you tweeted, said God doesn't want the Raptors to win.
Oh, fag.
Majority of these people think Yonko be admirals. They're crazy.
Damn, bro. 10
Hey,
votes.
where can you see the poll?
Rufy, get out of the chat.
I'll post it. I'll DM it to you.
I'm about to say because I can't see like where's the.
I'll post it again.
Okay, you're winning anyways. Buddy.
He kind of think CGK made different accounts and revoted.
No, you're sicko.
You know,
That's something that he would do too.
Okay, while we're on streams, can we pretend it's like Dr. Phil for a minute? Rufy, what's been going on?
Oh, put on one of
Yeah, what's really been going on with you? If you want to talk, you need a psychiatrist. What's going on, man?
I've been worried about you as your friend.
Really?
Did someone take your power gold?
You got me fucked up.
Oh, you're telling
I
me
mean,
wow, that's crazy.
If anyone looks like
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'd be the pivotal redheaded guy.
You knew the majority of the community think Yonko are the strongest. You already knew that.
That's crazy. You guys
You know,
got
Blackbeard loses to Fuji and Garp at the same time.
telling you,
right?
he came in like 10 accounts.
I'm in a league game. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yonko side has
I mean, you can look in Discord.
That's right. Yonko's over the world government. We won the war.
Yeah. And that means from now on in Discord, whenever we say something, they have to be quiet and listen to their masters.
That's definitely not happening, bro.
Praise Shanks.
It's not happening. I don't care.
Garbage.
Blackbeard's
gonna kill him.
Just imagine Spidey if they would have like not cheated though, and we would have got Luffy too.
No, imagine.
Been sick.
Oh my, we're not even going.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. You're right.
Thanks everybody for watching, man. This was fun as fuck. I really enjoyed being the mediator here. It was great.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have more debate wars. Like this is just episode 1. It'll be coming soon. It's gonna be a whole series on this.
Oh, you're welcome, Vergo.
Like the stream, and we are out there, biatch.